City, live, city, live, from the basement. Listen, let's go. Word articulation, life manifestation. I'm underground niggas like we chillin' in your basement. I'm sicker than an ulcer, flyer than a vulture. Got the Nina in my lap like it's part of the culture. 40 in the holster, I'ma do what I'm supposed to. If your CD is whack, we gon' use it for a coaster. From here to Valdosta, don't make me pop the toaster. I speed it through life like a Ferrari Testarossa. My dream is to own land with mad acres, affiliated with jawbreakers and lawmakers. We pour aces with all types of races, chicks with dime faces, dodging court cases. I remember hearing stories about them old timers, sipping whiskey so darker than coal miners. Face it, we lace it and place it, complacent. It's that underground knock that be cooking in the basement.
In the basement, I took them through the basics, similar to training to see if they was cake mix. You're complacent, stuck in this matrix, banana clip on your monkey ass going ape shit. Emancipate your whole spirit on some ape shit. You don't want this, I'm the 1988 shit. A pandemic to these MCs and bouts, so they lay up on the couch and they never leave the house. Figure it out, this is the now or the present. Your life is in the balance, so you challenge every second. You can't see me in the daytime, look fluorescent. This a grown man while you stepping prepubescent, flexing a bird chest laid up in a bird's nest. The heat that I spit's designed to burn flesh and leave nothing left but your skeletal set. And this is how we tame every credible threat.
Welcome to Jam Rock, nigga. My gong tough, my bomb stuffed. Think you inhaling the wrong stuff. Fly feats of language, leave them all struck. Screwed you the Mac, they should all duck. Meaning you and them niggas you called up. Settlement the concept. This is raw dust. Should be careful what you call us. It started as a hobby in the project lobby. Finding my focus now it's center stage. Blunted, Breaking Bad, who the dopest is me. Cock and semi guys. What else you expect with Sound Chamber linked with City Live? Niggas gotta give me mine. Janet Jackson action, you can get it anytime, any place. Whole family crying at the Millie wine. No con artist, but it's shady how I slump boost. Big cannon, Jack your Lil Johns for your crunk juice. Don't make me have a flashback. Knock your fronts loose, panther high as a kite, reppin' my stripes like run shoes.
Hey, y'all, I got a great new album in the mail today.
B-Dub Beats. Whether you're in the mood for romance or an intimate night of fondling and hardcore fucking. B-Dub Beats. If you're into water sports, this is the soundtrack for you. Let your stream of conscience flow as you rock over B-Dub Beats. Cause you know you want it bad as I do. B-Dub Beats. Light her ass up. She said her shoulders hurt, but those B-Dub Beats were playing. Oh man, some things are worth pulling out for, like B-Dub Beats. Hear the beats that made Florida Evans drop the punch bowl. Damn, 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 B-Dub Beats.
Fantastic album, man. Let me borrow it. No, my brother. You got to buy your own.
And we're live.
What up, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up?
Back in effect.
Back in the house once again. It is the effing podcast. Welcome to the show.
I am B-Dub.
Branson.
Awesome. We are in the building, and shout out to everybody tuned in. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. Got a lot of things popping. We've already reached 5,000 subscribers. Thank you all for subscribing and participating.
Thank you so much. And definitely comment.
Yeah, we've seen a
the
lot of comments this week on a lot of clips, and we appreciate the interactions, even if we don't agree with you.
Definitely comment on the clips. Like he said, whether we agree or disagree, just the back and forth dialogue is what this is all about. And we definitely appreciate it. And tell a friend to tell a friend it's the effing podcast. But
yes,
B-Dub is getting ready to kick off the show with our normal shout outs.
Yes, we're going to give a shout out to Eighth and Fancy.
Shout out
for all of your adult beverage snacks and needs. Shout out Dank Drinks, the dankest of drinks.
Shout out.
Shout out crimey dealers. May your goods be extra crimey. Shout out also to the local plug. Please eat responsibly. So it's been a normal spring week. Weather's been good, all that. Raleigh's been getting in the swing. Oh yeah, it's graduation week.
Graduation week. Shout out to all the graduates getting ready to come up, whether young or old. Shout out to all the graduates making that stuff. It's going to help in the long run, and we just want to show our appreciation to y'all for putting it in there.
Yes, and Buddha's at a graduation, so he won't be here on this show with us. He's in the borough.
Buddha.
Keeping it thorough.
Shout out Kelly Joe as well.
Shout out Kelly Joe.
So before I guess we get the show, we're going to go into tomorrow's Mommy's Day.
Oh, yeah.
But and I say this, be thoughtful of the people whose mothers are no longer here with us, show sympathy and compassion and stuff like that, because, everybody isn't blessed to have their mother still here. But it is Mommy's Day tomorrow, and make sure you show your mom the utmost love, respect, because she deserves it.
Yes. Shout out to all the mothers out there. Shout out to all the future mothers out there.
Shout out to all the moms.
Yes. Cool. So, I guess we can get into the show unless there's any other things you want to cover before we get into our topics. Okay. Well, Yeah, as you know, it's been kind of a crazy week. A lot's been going on. I guess we can start off with what's popping in Times Square for the past week, because there has been a 12-foot statue erected in Times Square, and it's of a black woman, and she's 12 feet tall. And the statue is called Grounded in the Stars. It's a sculpture depicting a black woman dressed in everyday clothes, standing with her hands on her hip. And basically, it looks like somebody carved out my last 3 girlfriends. So she's a everyday regular woman dressed in regular clothes, and it's been sparking a lot of controversy on both sides. There are a lot of I guess MAGA supporters who are upset that there is a 12-foot statue of a regular black woman depicted. And black people, some of us, are upset at the fact that they decided to present a black woman in
that fashion.
Not a, I guess, highlighted ideal fashion. Another argument was the fact that there are notable black people historically who they felt should have been honored before this statue came out. So it's been sparking a lot of controversy back and forth from a lot of different groups. Yes.
Talented artist wanted to show appreciation for the average woman. Yeah, you could pick somebody famous. That's easy. You know what I'm saying? Who's the most we just got finished saying tomorrow's Mother's Day, right?
Yeah.
Which basically they should be celebrated every day, because without them, there's no earth.
And it's a statue. It's just a statue. It's just a statue. You don't have to pray to it. You don't have to idolize her. It's just a statue. It's some iron they put up in Times Square, and we always get up in arms, regardless of what the statue is. It could be a sports statue.
Yeah,
we're always up in arms about a statue.
There's valid issues with those sports statues, particularly D. Wade's.
I mean, but nevertheless, statues are quick to get us up in arms, and it's just a statue. It's just a statue.
Well, now another issue that was brought up is the fact that the artist Thomas J. Price is from England. So they commissioned basically an English black sculptor to, I guess, depict an American black woman who a lot are saying resembles a Caribbean woman.
Well, do not people understand that there are black people in Europe?
No, that's not the issue. What they're saying is the issue is why commission artist overseas and not get an American black sculptor to depict an American black woman.
Maybe they wanted it from the view of a foreigner. Could that be possible? Maybe they wanted somebody's eye of the black woman. So that's what foreigners outside of
think of black American women, is what they sculpted.
I mean,
I was just thinking, I was gonna go on base. You just know somebody and do somebody like, hey, you know what? How about you go ahead and do that?
Okay, well, let's have this conversation then. We've all seen that pose before, haven't we?
Yeah,
we've all seen that pose before. We've seen the black woman make that pose. Yeah, like so. Like, we've all seen that pose before. So I mean, I'm like I say, it's just a statue. It's just a statue.
Well, the work is being heralded as empowering, accessible, and it challenges, conventional standards of beauty.
Honestly, it's challenging people critical thinking to where it's an uproar about this shit.
Mic check. Oh, yeah. Check your mic, Hassan. Yeah. Make sure
the other
switch
one's
is
on.
Damn, let me find out.
Okay, yeah.
Let me find out. I've been talking the whole damn time. He can't hear me. That's
Don't worry, y'all. He wasn't saying nothing significant.
bullshit. I'm always
he
saying
was, he was
something.
sitting there like the statue is horrible.
Look, see, just right now, I'm causing controversy. I'm sitting over here talking, can't even hear me. Damn, that was at least 10.
You're right. I should have did a mic check.
God.
Yeah. No, you are partially right. That's on me.
But it's just the statue.
But it's just
it'll
a
be
statue.
Fine. It'll be fine. They'll be fine.
Supposed to be embracing the people. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you knew there was going to be a sect of people that weren't going to embrace this. We already knew
if
this.
anybody got something negative to say about it, they an ass anyway. They can't think outside their box. They within their own goddamn balloon. Let's call it like it is.
Well, I have mixed feelings on it. First of all, the one thing that's really bothering me is the fact that they keep showing a front view of the statue. I don't know if this statue has ass or not.
I mean, you know,
I need that confirmed.
if we know it has breasts.
Yeah, and a spare tire. So
I
some
mean,
cushion for the pushing.
I mean, if it's an accurate depiction, we've seen that pose before. If I'm a better man, you go behind that statue. It's dragging a wagon.
Yeah, well, I mean, I have a personal issue with why they use that as a presentation.
Why is that?
I'm just not a fan of them depicting. Why couldn't they depict a sister like Beyonce or Coco Jones or somebody like that? Why did it have to be a woman that looks like
a regular woman?
That's what I was going to say.
An everyday woman. The everyday woman is not glossed up. She has a little fupa.
Everything isn't always.
But that's the point of
glossy
a statue.
and stuff like. Not really.
A statue is for exceptional people. Generally,
Well,
Kobe gets a statue.
You right,
Shaq,
right. But this statue is for
Harriet Tubman gets a statue.
Black women get a statue, like you said, for exceptional people. They're
It's
exceptional people. Hey, exceptional people.
They
get
part
a statue.
They part of the
You said
ecosystem.
So they deserve a statue.
But when you say exceptional people, I'm not going to disagree about that with black women. But I feel like
I like a breast. I like a breast too. So I just want to go there.
But I what I was saying is I feel like statues are for specific people to be honored.
But why
for good accomplishment?
But you're honoring all black women.
I mean,
no, you're not.
I mean, and I'm looking at it like this.
Why aren't you?
I don't look at that as the image of all black women, and why depicted in that manner?
But that's how you look at it. To me, it's a
Harriet
depiction
Tubman didn't
of
look like that.
But all black people don't look
Michelle
the same.
Obama don't look like that.
All black people don't look the same.
All
exactly. Black people don't look
and
the
all
same.
those people that you just talked about,
Kamala don't look like that.
And all those people had to be in shape too. All the people you just talked about are in shape.
Yeah,
they ain't got no fupa.
And like he's saying, let's be honest, most black women are on the heavier side,
and that's what they're trying to say.
I ain't gonna go there.
I ain't gonna go there. Women are a little thicker.
I would have went with it. I would have went with it that the average is not exercising to where they are.
But that's
beach body fit. You feel what I'm saying? So they gonna have fupa. The average woman, black woman you come across, they gonna have fupa.
But who are all these successful black women that resemble that woman?
No, they wasn't.
Don't look like that.
That's not. It wasn't. The statue wasn't for. The statue wasn't for people that's well known. They get that every day. What this person was doing
is recognizing the every.
But that's how they view black women in America.
I wouldn't. I mean, why have to be so condescending? We all know condescending. We all know black women come in all sizes and shapes. Some are tall, some short. Yeah. Some are heavy, some thick, some skinny.
But the ones we idolize don't look like that.
But it's not for the people that's idolizing. This is for people that we see every day.
This isn't for idolization. This isn't for that.
This is for uplifting.
Or no, it is for idolization. This is for
uplifting
the regular, everyday woman.
I mean, what we got going on in this country right now with our state of government, they're not instilling positivity. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like I feel like we are getting to like Hunger Games and shit like that. You feel what I'm saying? So we have an artist here who's trying to invoke hope, peace, and serenity. You know what I'm saying, to the average
How do you
woman.
do that with that particular statue?
Because if
And
somebody,
why does she have a scowl on her
if she was fit in tone, it would be some noise about that. Because the average woman isn't fit in tone. That's what we trying to talk about. That's what we saying here.
It's just a thing to be appreciated.
Just appreciate the average woman. Every woman that you name, they are physically
But
fit.
those are the women that are held up in the community.
Well, we talk.
But they're not
So
the
he's
only ones
holding
who-
up. He's holding up the women that's
They're
holding
not
up the community.
Only ones who are the glue of the community. These are the ones that are the face of the community,
Right.
possibly.
These are the
But
ones
those
that's
are
holding
not
the few-
ones
that
who-
they see all black women.
No,
in.
that's the,
Why
I wouldn't.
couldn't you?
No,
If black
no.
women come in all shapes and sizes,
Right.
then why not make
So that means you got to come out with at least three or four different types of statue.
possibly?
Okay,
yeah.
but he only had the option to make one,
That was the first one he made.
and they
Okay.
only had the option to make one. The budget, all that other shit.
Well, then he could have made a skinny black woman and saved some bronze.
Nah, we good.
Yeah.
And if he did skinny, then you would have had some others. You would have had people talking about it. Well, they the average woman. The average woman got fupa.
It recognizes the average woman. It recognizes the average.
The average woman has fupa.
woman.
I'm not happy because I'm not a fan of how a UK sculptor said
Why-
this is how he views the average
But
black
why
woman.
does it matter where a person is from? Because you got what I'm trying to convey is,
I mean, to me-
there are black women
Yeah.
from different nationalities, different country in the UK. You got people, you got black women that's over there that's from
But
America.
He was
from-
commissioned to sculpt an American.
Right, but what I'm saying is there are black women over there in the UK, from Africa, all parts of Europe, from US. So it's not saying he came in contact with these. It's still a possibility he has came in contact with. I wouldn't get so caught up in because he's not American. That's no. That's not. I won't get caught up in that because that's the same way somebody coming back. It's just I'm looking at it, just appreciate it for what it is. He's acknowledging the women that hold the damn community down, that doesn't get the recognition that they deserve. I'll take it from there and just leave it like that.
I guess. But I still say we need a statue of that magnitude of some of our more famous black women. And I'm not talking about just celebrities. I'm talking
Why
historically.
do we need? Why?
But this is for regular
They're
women.
already uplifted.
Right. This is for
They're
regular
already-
women.
you-
He's
They're
reminding
celebrated already.
Right. He's recognizing regular women. Like, we see you.
You say Michelle Obama, they talk about Michelle Obama every day.
Where's her statue?
She
She
I'm
don't
sure
care.
she's going to get one. Like
We don't care about a statue. You
but
tell you people talk
she's
about you.
uplifted all the time.
Right.
Oprah's uplifted.
Look at a
all the
podcast,
time.
how
Where's
many people-
Oprah's statue?
Oprah got her. She make
probably
her
got
own
one in
goddamn
house.
statue.
Like,
That don't
you know
count
what
if
I'm
she
saying?
make it.
They can get their own statue if they want one. They don't want no statue. They don't give a damn about no statue.
Nah, I'm just not a fan.
Because they're doing the everyday woman.
This
not
is-
these
this- right.
famous or idolized or celebrity women.
Yeah, exactly. He's giving everyday women acknowledgement that we see you. This is you.
And shit, the scowl she giving is probably how America treats her. Shit, I mean, call it spade a spade.
Right.
Like America treats.
Now, it'd
the
have been
black
something
woman
different
like
if he was white.
trash. Like
If he was white and he did that, then all right, we can have a discussion on that. But if he's black,
Shit.
he done came across black women of different nationalities.
that's why the statue looked like that, because America treats the black woman like dirt. So
I guess. But let's move on to other topics because the upcoming week is going to see the importing of a few African refugees
South
into America.
Africans into America.
Wonderful. We
you-
are having what? South African?
South African, white
South African.
white South Africans.
I mean,
Coming to
that
the
so
only-
you kick out the black and brown and
how do you make America whiter? You have to import them because they're not going to get any whiter here. They're just going to be cut into by the Hispanic population, black population. Everybody is smashing the American white woman. So you're not really getting any pure white. So you got to import them in now.
But see, the thing about it is, if you adopt American ways, you're gonna end up.
I mean, they don't know that.
It's gonna happen to their ass too.
Okay, but hey, that's the only way you can keep this thing going, because, like I say, interracial mingling is.
You don't think they interracial mingle in South Africa?
I'm sure they
Where do you
do.
think Trevor Noah comes from?
Exactly.
I'm sure they do, but the only way you can keep producing white people is bringing in more white people.
They outnumber our asses now.
Yeah. Yes, but like
that's how he won a presidency.
Yes,
majority white men and women.
But we're still mixing at a phenomenal rate.
Even if we mixing, they still listen. This is. All right. First of all, this is one of the main reasons why white women are married, and a lot of times men of different nationality go to them, because number one, if you look at the average white family, right, they have at least 4 kids or more, especially if they have money behind their shit. It's the Christian way. If they are making $1 million plus, they got average between 5 to 10 kids in their family. Look at all of them. Phillip Rivers. You name any damn white superstar on average, or go to the average. When I say average, look at their finances. If their income is north of 500,000, especially over $1 million, they have 4 or more kids. Well, that's the average.
Well, we're going to welcome the white South Africans into America. I mean, we have no welcome to America.
No. So basically, let me give them the lowdown. The Trump administration is bringing a small number of white South Africans to the United States as refugees next week in what is going to be the start of a larger relocation effort for an alleged minority group who are being persecuted by the black-led government because of their race in South Africa.
They just took back their fucking land that they took from them. All right, keep moving.
Well, the Trump administration is taking an anti-immigrant stance, but for some reason, we don't know why, he's allowing these immigrants in.
Right. When you hear refugees or white people, it just sounds funny as hell.
Exactly.
Like, it just sounds funny.
You don't even
always think about
actually, no.
people of colors when you think of.
No, that's not true.
Kind of.
European.
No, that's not true, because from Ukraine refugees.
That was like kind of, you think of, when you think of refugees, you think of brown, you think of brown skinned people. And of course they were going to import white people here. I told y'all that. I told y'all they were bringing white people here.
Now, the South African government has actually responded to these claims, saying that the U.S. allegations about the white minority Afrikaners in questions are completely false, and this is the result of misinformation. And he also said that the Afrikaners are among the richest and most successful people in the country, which is good for them and very sad for the black people of South Africa that the people in charge would say that.
This is the same Trump who I remember, who was like $5 million and you can get a gold card or something like that. $5 million.
You can get the gold.
Yeah, this is the same person, and of course they got money.
These are handpicked. These motherfuckers coming are handpicked.
Yeah, so basically, these South Afrikaners are the descendants of Dutch and French colonial settlers who came to South Africa in the 17th century.
Yep. They're inbred.
Those are the ones that was helping with the slave trade. Keep it going.
So they are around 2.7 million among South Africa's 62 million population. So out of 62 million people, 2.7 million are white, which is
you're not from there, first of all.
Yeah, that is true.
Like, hello, you just said Dutch and where?
Dutch and France.
Dutch and France. So you are refugees in fucking Africa. Make that make sense.
Yep.
Y'all supposed to take your ass back to Dutch. Fuck with Dutch and fucking France. That's when you supposed to take your ass. Why you come? You bring your ass here to America. Go to your home, your original home country.
So it's saying South Africa is 80% black. And yeah, and then
Africa,
yeah. So many in South Africa are puzzled. They're like, "What the hell is the USA talking about? Nobody's persecuted." They're probably taking one or two instances and trying to say it as propaganda.
Of course.
as if this is a representation.
It's just supposed to be another way of, hey, we got handpicked South Africans that we want to come over here.
Sound more like we trying to get away from these niggas.
No, they got money. If they want to get away, they got the money. They want to get away from.
Trump wants them here.
These are these are
want to get away from these niggas, and Trump wants us over there for this $5 million he was offering.
If you telling me it's only 2 million people, 2.5 million people there in the fucking country, they are handpicked. These probably the bottom of the barrel type ones. But if you telling me out of those 2.5 million people that's in South Africa, over damn near 2 million of them got money. Like, come on.
This is going to be interesting because these refugees are coming this week.
Man, take y'all ass back to France and Dutch.
I just hope they understand that the dynamics are a little different.
It's way
in the United
different.
States.
If you had issues in South Africa, what the fuck you think what you get here?
Well, they need to know we're not South Africans.
We clapping back. You come with that bullshit, we clapping back.
Because, they feeling themselves. If you can go to a country that's 80% black and then you're white and own all the wealth or hoard the wealth, you might have a little bit of an ego.
And you add a majority of fucking land.
You might have a little bit.
Yeah, they got a fucking ego.
You're in a country full of 80% black people. Trust and you me. Pretty much running shit there.
If Trump picked these people to come over here, I'm sure
you already know
these are some egotistical.
I told you they are handpicked, man.
I'm sure.
I just hope they just need to understand.
They don't understand.
Black Americans are not Black South Africans.
They ain't the ones they got to worry about too. You got Mexicans, you got Puerto Ricans, you got Africans,
they need to worry
Asian.
about the niggas first.
Shit. But
they worry about all them other people.
But they gonna put them in white neighborhoods.
Oh yeah,
all white towns. All white towns.
See them. We ain't gonna see them.
You can't be no. I just hope you ain't on that shit because one of them going FAFO.
Well, you right.
Because you don't just come from South Africa without testing one of these American blacks. Like, they just like the South Africans. Watch, buy my candy, Mooly. Yeah.
No, like South Africa, y'all gonna get hatchet. they shoot AK-47s over here.
Yeah, boy. Hey, send them to Chicago.
These Ryans got switches over here, bro, and I ain't talking about off the tree.
Any major city with niggas. I prefer the cold ones because niggas in Chicago and New York, when they get cold, they don't play around. Yeah, this is a bad time for racists to come here because it's about to be summer.
No, I mean, send them to L.A. Like, send them out to L.A. Yeah, send them out there.
L.A.
Yeah. Gang culture out there is like, send them out there. Chicago, send them out there.
I don't know, man. You right down there in Texas and Houston now. Them boys down don't be playing either. Alabama. Well, you send their ass out to Alabama, they get down too.
I kind of want them to go up north just so they can experience cold because it'd be warm in South Africa.
Yeah, it's hot as hell in South Africa.
Send their ass to New York, Detroit.
Yeah,
Chicago.
Yeah,
Milwaukee.
Yeah, Milwaukee. Yeah,
Michigan. Yeah, anywhere in Michigan.
Them cold
Ohio.
Freeze your
whole year here.
Send them up to Columbus.
Yeah, y'all boys get a sweater. Yeah, that's gonna be interesting to see.
St. Louis.
Yeah. If there are any South Africans watching,
that's
spread
hot.
the word.
St. Louis is hot.
St. Louis ain't hot like that.
Yeah, it is.
No, send them to St. Louis.
Missouri. No, you said cold. Missouri is in the warm. It's in a warm area.
No, it get cold in St. Louis.
It get cold in St. Louis.
Yeah, it does get cold. But I'm saying
it's Midwest.
Yeah, it get cold out there, bro. Colorado, like those places, it get cold.
Let them get a Buffs game in. Send them. They need to send them to all the places that they need white people in, like Montana.
Wyoming,
South Dakota, North Dakota.
Hell yeah.
The Dakota, yeah.
Hell yeah.
Alaska.
Yeah, Alaska. Let them build some infrastructure, see what's going to pop. But I'm going to be eager to check that out. That's going to be interesting.
Yes.
I just hope they ain't on that shit because, like I said, we ain't South Africans over here.
They ain't gonna y'all get hatchet over there. They bust back over here.
Oh yeah, but let's go ahead and move on because Diddy's trial is the opening actual trial begins
next
Monday.
Monday. So it was
this Monday.
Monday.
Yeah, this Monday. This is jury selection.
This was jury selection week, and it was definitely a shit show. There was a couple of jurors who kind of excluded themselves from jury duty. One mentioned that he didn't feel like doing the shit and he just wanted to smoke weed and shit. Yo, that was kind of crazy.
Wow.
They don't want to deal with this. So, yeah, Diddy's jury selection was going on this week. They're ramping up to get him.
You had 2 accusers that didn't want to testify and all that. And it's like, yo, this thing don't look too good. Start just on the outside skimming in, because if you got 4 main witnesses,
yes,
and the main one we know, Cassie and everything, and the other 3 2 of them don't want to participate in it, that's problematic right there, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's very problematic. So they're trying to do everything they can.
I thought one of them they couldn't even find her ass.
Yeah,
Jury,
what was it?
Number 3. Witness number 3.
Yeah, so she was disappearing from the scene. They couldn't find her nothing.
She's like, I don't want no parts of that. I'm good.
Yeah. So this trial is expected to last a couple weeks. They said several weeks, so maybe it'll be hopefully done by June, end of June. I'm expecting it to go through the entire month of May.
Definitely going through May.
Yeah, I know one guy who wants to be a witness, and that is Al B. Shore. Al B. Shore was doing an interview on some Fox affiliate news program, and he was letting us know how he felt about Diddy night and day. And he thinks Diddy is behind the reason he was in a coma and experienced some severe health issues. He also mentioned it might have been due to him being with Kim Porter, Diddy's baby mama, who passed away, 2 years ago from pneumonia? So, yeah, Al B. Shore is pretty sure that Diddy has something to do with the mysterious death of Kim Porter, as well as his health issues. When was Al B. Shore in that coma? Because I remember...
I didn't remember he had that shit.
Yeah, no, I remember hearing about it. I was like, damn, what happened?
I remember he was in the coma.
Okay.
It's been a while ago, though.
Okay, so it looks like he had, in 2022, he fell into a coma with liver failure, but had a successful transplant. And he firmly believes Diddy had something to do with his failed organ.
I bet you asked his ass during that time, when was the last time you had a health check?
Yeah, that is a good question. And I don't know, what was his alcohol consumption like?
Right. Because I bet you his ass didn't have no yearly physical, and his shit was just fucked up. That's what it was.
That could be possible.
You know what? This is what I got. My opinion on this, and for somebody who did some time before, the one thing I can't stand is a motherfucker running their mouth when you locked up. Why you couldn't talk that shit when I was out?
But
he was in a coma.
He had made. This
that was
is
23.
the first time we heard about this. Like,
right.
This had been mentioned before.
Again,
I remember when he was in the coma hearing about it.
I understand, but you didn't go have a conversation with that man. And then you want to sit here and invoke yourself in a trial. Like you just want blind justice. I don't like motherfuckers that want blind justice, because if you're not looking at what's going on right now, blind justice is going on right now. We got Americans getting shipped back to their home countries without no due process. So here you are, nigga, want to jump your ass in the trial and try to hang somebody because you had a personal beef with them. Like, that's stupid.
Yeah, so Al B. Shore claimed Kim used to warn him to watch his back around Diddy, and disputed the coroner's ruling that Kim Porter died at 47 from pneumonia. Now, Kim's kids did go to the media back in September, and they did confirm that their cause of death was long established, and they ruled out foul play. So seems like the kids were a little bit upset that Al B. Shore was insinuating that he passed from foul.
Right, exactly. So it's like everybody trying to paint Diddy like he's that fucking smart. You feel what I'm saying? To where he can have niggas knocked off, cars blown up and shit. You feel what I'm saying? And it's like if all of this taking place, right? Either whoever that he supposedly allegedly got them to do it, because he didn't do that shit. We know that.
Not.
Right.
Diddy's
so
not gonna
right,
do it.
exactly. So what I'm saying is whoever done it, right, they doing what they supposed to, keeping their mouth closed. I just understand that how people trying to paint somebody like he is just this killer, like he's just this what's the motherfucking perfect name that you trying to, like, he just mastermind, goddamn.
Yeah, conspiracy.
Like, yeah,
Theory,
mastermind. It just fucking retarded. Like, you just admit it, nigga. He got a light skinned nigga against a dark skinned nigga. The light skinned nigga got put out of style in the 80s and shit. I'm just saying, let's keep it real. Cause in the 80s when he was hot, it was the light skinned niggas and he had the good hair and shit. Bitches was falling over this nigga. So now the transition of dark skinned niggas and shit like that, they don't even want to fuck with his ass. He had Kim Porter. Like, let me come on. Diddy's with that shit. So the nigga was just hating though. That's all. Just sit your ass down. Just be quiet. Damn.
Well, I don't think Diddy had anything to do with Al B. Shores.
Hell no.
But yeah, in order to properly rule it out, I would have to know Al B. Shore's history
of going to the doctor. And I guarantee you, his punk ass ain't go to the doctor until his damn liver said, "Look, nigga, I'm about to shut down on your motherfucking ass," and he had to go to the damn doctor.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it does look like jurors got cold feet. Some of them, did leave Friday, and they said the jury selection is delayed.
He is not going to get found guilty, bro.
12 jurors and 6 alternatives will be selected and sworn in Monday at the Federal District Court in Manhattan. And the jury will be tasked with deciding whether the music mogul was a swinger with unorthodox sexual proclivities or a predator.
Like, this man, like, y'all just mad because he like to fuck. He like to fuck and watch people fuck. Like, hello? That's all. That's what this trial is all about.
So Diddy's just like a rich incel.
We gonna have to see. We're gonna have to see if it's just about fucking. Then let the man go.
Yeah, now it does say the jurors will be anonymous and their names will not be disclosed in the public court.
Can't be.
Yeah.
Can't be.
But somebody gonna go run their mouth and talk once the shit is over with, so let's keep it real.
Oh, of course. That's
right.
Big money being a former juror in a major case. I'm sure those people who did with those they made some bank, boy.
They getting ready to get paid, them jurors. Those jurors about to get paid.
Right. Especially they vote. Especially they can vote them not guilty.
I got a question for you.
Yes.
Are we still doing Are we still on Diddy or we?
Yeah. You can, I mean, well, go for it.
What you think about the Rodney Hinton Jr. case?
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I know who Rodney Hinton.
Yeah,
that was Cincinnati, right? Where he
Killed
the cop shot his son and killed him, and he retaliated
and killed
by
the cop.
Yeah. Now I've gotten some details. You know, I've been following the case, but I haven't been following it that hard. The cop that this dude hit with the car, was that the cop that?
And that's the question I have.
I keep hearing mixed.
I hear mixed.
If it's not the cop that killed your son,
yeah,
it's blind justice and it's wrong.
Yeah,
it's wrong.
All right, but you also know when they showing that body cam, I don't think the officer's names is shown. I don't think he know who the officer's name is.
If I'm saying if you didn't get the cop that was responsible for the death of your child, you're wrong.
Okay, I mean, in a sense, okay, but see, when you are,
there's no but. It is wrong.
It is a but.
What's the but?
I'm gonna tell you what's the but. The but is they bring you the people who killed your son, brought you in the office to show you how your son died. He could have been just simply just driving wherever he seemed like it was a college that this sheriff was at doing traffic duty. He could have been probably driving, going somewhere, and he blacked out. You talking about a grieving father. You feel what I'm saying? His mindset, your mental is shattered when you lose someone, especially if you lose your son.
And I understand that. What I'm saying is, if you're not killing the cop that killed your son, if you're not killing the cop that killed your son, then
you cannot dictate.
But you're not explaining.
No, but you cannot dictate a person's mental like that. He's in a vulnerable moment. You feel what I'm saying? And see, this is what needs to be discussed, because when it becomes a white parent or something like that, somehow sympathy is shown for them. But when it comes to a black parent or something like that, oh, you should know better. You can't do that. This man, if you have not lost somebody, your child has been murdered, and you can't dictate that. You don't know how everybody doesn't go act rational. We can sit here on the outside and say it's wrong, But until you
possibly killed a cop that ain't have anything to do with your son's death.
He probably did.
So you think that makes it justified?
Again. He probably was just driving. He probably was going somewhere, and he saw the damn cop, and it triggered him.
It triggered him, and
he lost it. So you can't sit here and say you can't be judgmental like that when a man
that you took the life of another innocent person. But
you just missing the key word. What I just said. Yes, you are. If I'm just saying, no. What you're missing is an officer, police. It doesn't matter was he sheriff, feds, whatever. He's a police officer. He saw his son got shot and killed by a police officer. Here we go. He's driving, he probably going to a friend's house. He see a cop, a police officer. It triggered him. Yeah. You cannot sit here and be judgmental like that when a man is in a sensitive, vulnerable moment. And until you experience that, you cannot sit here and say, "Oh, you wrong," because you don't know how you're gonna react if something like that traumatic happened to you. And your brain, because the thing about it is, black people for years, hundreds of years, have dealt with traumatic issues, and we had to do it. We had to deal with it and deal with it. A lot of people is not able to deal with it. A lot of people cracks. You feel what I'm saying? They just lose it. So I'm not gonna sit here and say what he did was wrong. If I gotta show compassion to this man, because the fact of the matter is, I know if I lost my child like that, I'll probably lose that shit too. You feel what I'm saying? I ain't gonna sit here and waste and that's what I'm saying. He didn't say, "Oh, I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna go look for a cop, any goddamn cop. I'm just gonna run their ass over." He probably was going somewhere, and when he saw this damn cop, it triggered him.
Mm-hmm. Now, Hinton's attorney basically said he entered a plea of not guilty, saying it was due to mental illness. In my opinion, if they got it on the law somewhere, that is a mental illness. Mm-hmm. So they're saying, his attorney's saying, "I don't think he's a cop killer. I just think he wasn't in his right mind. He's not a killer, but don't push him."
Right.
And he said, "I think this dude should get treated like any other mentally ill person.
Get him some help."
Yeah, so the attorney's just basically saying it was just a moment of weakness.
I expect his attorney to say that.
But again, if we're on the outside looking in, I see where he had a mental illness episode. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. And it would be now if he'd have went and hunt down the cop that killed his son, that was premeditated and it was intentional. He probably, I guarantee, when the story come out, he probably was going to a friend's house, going somewhere, and he saw this cop and just lost it and just ran him over.
Yeah. So he had a severe moment of weakness, but yeah, he's on trial now, and
I just didn't like the scene when he was in there. It was like
them cops were
like at least 50 cops in there trying to intimidate him.
Yeah.
And I saw the picture of one black cop. She couldn't look at him because she was crying and shit. Mm-hmm. You feel what I'm saying? He had to hold his head up like, "Fuck y'all niggas. Y'all ain't gonna intimidate me." I ain't like that shit. Then when his brother was in there, Corey, he said, "I want to see my brother." And automatically, like about 20 cops surrounded him and shit.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, the whole shit, that's when we have plenty of cases going on around the country where cops murder black and brown people, and the police association sit there, back their bad apple cops. And then we sit here and then you wonder why good cops get caught up in the bullshit with the bad cops, because they keep covering the bad cops' asses when they should be airing their fucking asses out and get them up out of there. So you can give that second thought. You can't. We see too many times, year after year, nationwide, black and brown getting killed by the hands of a police officer. We just saw Terry Nichols, the 3 police officers in Memphis that beat him up. 3 of them didn't get found guilty on the state charges. So, the other 2 pled out, but all of them got convicted on federal charges and stuff. So we see this stuff. I'm not gonna sit here and condemn this man because, like I said, if I saw my child got murdered by a police officer and, you know, I'm hurt, I'm grieving, you feel what I'm saying? I just so haven't seen one, and that shit could trigger me. You know what I'm saying? You can't sit here and dictate that shit because he's in a weak, sensitive moment.
Now, it should also be noted that Hinton does not have any prior felonies. And
so he doesn't have a history of ever getting in trouble.
So I'm sure that'll definitely be a
that'll be a positive in this situation. But nevertheless, he still killed a cop.
Okay, he killed a cop. I mean,
that as light as he killed a cop, you know, they are even more stringent when you kill a police officer.
Okay, well, again,
just take that into account as well. It's not like he just killed anybody. I understand what you're saying. Where he had a moment, a lapsed moment, and he just flipped out and got triggered or stuff. But nevertheless, it was still a police officer.
Got it. We had motherfuckers attempted lives on the president. Did they get fucking life in prison?
You said attempted
murder on the president.
But we're not talking about attempted. We're talking about
we're giving content here, and it's proving what I'm saying. When it comes to a black person and they have a weak moment, we gotta it's over with, done. No room for error. Where we see other incidents where we got white perpetrators attempted murder on the president's life. They didn't get life. They had mental health. And the last one was the one that had made attempted Reagan. He got out. He did about 20 years in the mental ward, and he got out recently, and he's free.
Yeah.
So how the hell you gonna sit here? This black man, he got to go to jail. He killed a cop when this motherfucker tried to kill a goddamn president. That's all I'm just saying. All I'm just saying is keep the same energy. That's all. If you got white motherfuckers attempt to assassinate higher up people, and they only get 20 plus years in the mental ward because and these people here, they didn't do nothing to them per se for them to make the attempt cause them to attempt on their lives. Where in this situation, it was something very traumatic that triggered him to do that.
Yeah. So, yeah, he had a moment of weakness, a mental illness. Now, my main issue with this is he has other kids. So now he's not going to be able to raise them because of what he did to this cop. So, I mean, I get both sides. I guess somebody snapping, blinking out. But at the end of the day, I think he had 4 kids, and one of them was the one that was
he probably
killed
the oldest.
by the police. Yeah. So the other 3 kids now, you know.
I mean, but again, it doesn't matter. He's looking at it like this. I can give you. I'm almost certain this is how he look. It doesn't matter. You protecting your kids. That's your family. You feel what I'm saying? And for somebody who never had no felonies, who never had no violent crime, never been in no trouble, that tells you that's a clear evidence that this man just snapped. You don't do something like that without an emotional trigger to cause you to do something like that. Other than that, he will have a history. That's why you got what you call habitual felons or career criminals, because they did the same shit every other year or however many years they was getting their ass in trouble until they just say, we just gonna be tired of your ass and we're gonna lock you away. This man has a clean record. He just snapped.
Mm-hmm. I understand. I do, but he killed a cop.
Okay, I mean, he killed a cop. A cop killed his son.
Yeah, his son was killed by the cops. He was, what was it? He and 4 friends were caught in a stolen car. He ran from the cops.
They said he had a gun on him.
Said he had a gun on him.
Said he tried to point the gun at him, and they shot him.
Yeah.
But what was also said, he was running away. The body cam that he saw
did not support the evidence.
Exactly. Did not support the evidence for the cop reason why they killed him.
Yeah, so it's an unfortunate situation.
It's definitely unfortunate.
Because at the end of the day, nobody wins.
Nobody.
No,
a lot of lost lives.
Like I said, I'm not gonna sit here and be like, hey, you know what I'm saying? The man, for somebody who don't have a history of doing nothing violent, and from what we know, he was taking care of his family. You feel what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. His son gets murdered. Like, you cannot sit here and like expect somebody to hold it in. Hell, I can fucking hold it in, and my mama died. I'm just saying. It's like, so, and she died
like,
natural causes. So if
like
somebody
Doug said,
murdered, that's a total different ball game,
I
bro.
see it from both sides of the thing.
I'm not gonna be the ones like, hey, yo, fuck that. You did what you did. That's fuck. He ain't know. He flipped out.
I mean, I do believe it was about a mental illness. He doesn't have the criminal history of somebody.
I think
with
he
the
should
history
get
of
mental
violence.
help.
Yeah, I mean, I do believe it was a mental lapse, but at the end of the day, this crash out is still going to affect the children that are still alive.
Of course it is.
It's an L all the way around. And speaking of L's all the way around, Smokey Robinson, God, is in the news, unfortunately. Eddie Griffin was right. Eddie Griffin has a clip where he says, if you black in the entertainment industry, you never die clean. So, Smokey Robinson is being sued by 4 former housekeepers who are accusing Smokey in a lawsuit filed Tuesday of SA on all 4 of them, and it went on for years. And the lawsuit is seeking $50 million in damages. It looks like Robinson's attorney is calling the lawsuit simply an ugly method of trying to extract money from an 85-year-old American icon, which I definitely believe. The process we have seen is bizarre theatrics, false allegations, which I definitely don't believe these allegations are real. And
you stayed there for 10 years. He raping you.
Yeah.
Let's keep it moving. Go ahead.
Yeah. So
85 too, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead.
Yeah, 85.
I'm sure them women's half his age.
Yeah.
I'm sure they got a little bit more strength than his old ass.
And I just want to see what they look like.
Yeah, I do too, man. Man, but go ahead, keep on. I'm okay.
Okay, so yeah, they're saying the assaults largely occurred at Smokey's home in Chatsworth in L.A. So the lawsuit is identifying the women as Jane Doe 1 through 4. 3 of them appeared Tuesday at a news conference in L.A. wearing masks, and a 4th appeared virtually, so they're hiding their faces. It said these were Hispanic women. So all 4 of them were low-wage workers in vulnerable positions.
Right.
And the suit does say that Smokey Robinson assaulted one woman at least 23 times from May 2014 to February 2020, often in place in his home without security cameras. And for 6 years, this woman was getting felt up by a then, 70-something-year-old Smokey?
Yep.
So Smokey's just like cornering her in the house.
Right. He taking it.
For 6 years.
Right.
Each and every time.
So this nigga
23, at least 23 times.
this nigga strong as hell too, right?
Yeah, for a 70-something.
I mean, come on, let's keep it moving. Before I say what
of a clown.
Yeah, he was cornering her like soft and warm.
Right, he's sitting there
Singing Tears of a Clown.
Tears of a clown.
Yeah.
Oh my God! You know, and look, you got some more. You got some more you gonna say?
Yeah, I was gonna say that there was also another one who claims he assaulted one of these women at least 20 times during the 12 years she worked for him, beginning in 2012. So Robinson is alleged to have forced her into his bedroom and perform a ritual of leaving his bathroom naked or nearly naked. And it says Robinson would then place a towel on his bed so the linens would not be soiled for what was about to occur. Oh, that's wild.
That is wild.
Why you care
Man, leave
if that's
Smokey
true?
alone, man.
Right.
Leave Smokey alone.
She's the housekeeper.
Man.
Which means she's cleaning the wet spot after it's made.
Right.
So
She going to take them bitches and take them and wash them and dry them and fold and put them motherfucker right back up there. You know what?
Yes.
So there are actual companies here and around the country, around the world, that take hits out on high-end celebrity. And so, for instance, this is what the KGB used to do when they infiltrating certain targets. They catch on if they hear conversation like what some of the things you like, especially if it's sexual explicit. They intentionally put people in certain places where you be at because they know where you're gonna be at, and it's to set you up. For instance, Shannon Sharp.
Yeah.
That girl, she was intentionally installed with him because the fact of the matter is how she was talking towards him, where they get some of his shit. He was, number one, he was speaking his shit out loud on his platform when he are interviewing people and stuff like that. So he already saying out loud what some of the things he like to do. And one of the major things that he said on an interview on his I think it was Club Shay Shay. I think he was talking to Cat Williams, and he said it one time on Late Night with Ultra Cinco that he got a monthly budget for what he spends on a woman every month. So if you saying that shit out loud, a motherfucker like, oh yeah, we got a mark right here. And then on top of that, look where he's from, Georgia. Georgia, when he came up, what was segregated most likely?
Like I say, when you lead with money, what you expect?
No, I mean outside. But what I'm saying is the tact is not him leading with money. It's the fact that they're taking advantage of his sexual. Because
they know you're willing to pay. You're leading with money, so they're going to target you.
No, but when the listen to what I'm saying. The KGB, when they're doing this, it's not targeting them because they leading with money. They're targeting them because they're trying to take them down. In this case, it's money. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And the part is he had $100 million contract that he was about to get. They what they do? They automatically want half of that shit.
Yeah.
And they going past getting him arrested and shit. They going straight for the money because when you taking somebody to court for civil, the barrier low to prove all you need is 51% accuracy to get a conviction for he got to pay. So the barrier to get money is low. So they got actual companies here in the United States. It's called a honey trap. They pick up on certain things that a high end person like, and they set their asses up. Cause who gonna sit there for 6 fucking years, and this man is in his late 70s, and he's supposed to be taking it? Come on, man.
I don't, like you said, I don't believe Smokey did it.
Yeah,
I just believe that they were trying to.
Of course, they're trying to extort
money from. Yes,
right.
Yeah, these women were like, Smokey's really got a hold on me, against his will or against their will. So they also named Smokey's wife.
Yeah, because he said he dropped off. He used to drop off like nail salon or various other places so he can come back to the house and handle his business.
Yeah, so what they're saying is, his wife is accused of using ethnically pejorative words and language and being aware of the alleged assaults. And they believe she was aware of the misconduct by her husband and that she used their status as well as her client's reliance on their living wage in order to keep them in check. So what I guess they're saying is these women were so desperate for money that they were going to an alleged SA abuser's house for 7 years, allowing themselves to get touched up well over 20 plus times.
Right.
And they just did it for damn near minimum wage, wages.
You know that's some bullshit. Like, them motherfuckers, if you got your ass up in a millionaire's house, especially an icon's house, they are taking care of their asses.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
They're not getting no fucking minimum wage. I don't give a fuck what they saying. They getting some type of bread.
Well, fight it, Smokey. Fight it,
Smokey.
Fight it, Smokey.
We've got your back. Smokey tried to get all 4 of them and said, gang banging.
Fight it, Smokey.
Yeah. All right. We gonna move on.
Quick, right? We gotta make an announcement. We got a new subscriber.
Yes. Shout out LaShawn Kennedy. Thank you for subscribing. Make sure you like, share it, tell everybody in your network about us.
Yes.
We appreciate it. All right, we wanted to get on to the next topic, which is a little bit closer to home. There was a little bit of a kerfluffle at RDU Airport this week between 2 young ladies at Frontier who were recently fired due to, I guess, it being
mocking the
mocking and antagonizing of a airport patron. And I have that clip lined up. Let me go ahead and play that.
They made that flight. You did. And you think you're going to check me in. I bet you we won't. Okay?
I paid for a ticket.
And you
Yeah,
didn't
I
pay
paid for a
$25 for
ticket.
agent assist fee, and you checked in 3 hours later. Hello.
I just
And you
said
thought
that
you
I.
was gonna get on your flight.
Yeah, I
And you
just
thought you
said
was
that
gonna get
I
on your
would
flight.
pay the
And you thought you was gonna
$25.
get on your flight. And you thought you was gonna get on your flight. And you thought you was gonna get on your flight. And you thought you was gonna get on your flight.
I literally paid for a ticket. I'm here 30 minutes. I'm here 30 minutes before my flight, and they're not letting me check in.
And you're not getting on your flight.
Because it's a policy. We don't control that.
And you will never fly
You were
on
about to
Frontier
let me
unless-
check in. You were about to let me check in,
Oh,
and you decided that you ain't gonna let me check in.
Make me check you in. Make
You
me
literally
check you
work
in.
for a
Make
company
me
that
check
I
you
bought
in.
a plane
Make me check
ticket
you
for.
in.
I'm here 30 minutes before the
Can you
flight.
please leave, sir?
No.
Can you please leave my personal space?
I'm not in your personal space.
You're in
This
my
is
face.
not your
I work
personal
here.
space.
This is my stationery.
This is not
I'm at
your
Frontier.
personal space. You work for a company. This is not your personal space.
We ain't gotta worry about it. We ain't gotta worry about it.
You don't have to
We ain't
worry
getting on
about
no
it. You're literally not doing
ain't
your
gotta get on no
job
flight.
for a customer that has paid for a plane ticket to get home.
I told you to stop putting the camera on me, sir.
I'm literally here at Frontier. I bought a ticket and they are not letting me check in. For no reason whatsoever.
Well, you said you're never flying the airline again, so we might as well help you out and have you not fly the airline.
I've already bought a ticket. I've literally already bought a ticket, and this is your reaction.
Okay, so it goes down in RDU. So basically, I think the scenario was a man arrived at RDU 50 minutes before his flight to Boston, which was too late to check in at the electronic kiosk. So it looks like the man was pissed off at a $25 agent assist fee when he tried to check in at the counter. The man reportedly muttered, "I'm never flying this shit airline again," after being hit with the $25 fee. And then the man claims the agents wouldn't let him check in the counter even though he had already had a plane ticket and eventually agreed to pay the fee. And it looks like this was captured from the traveler's phone. The man doesn't want to be named because he's scared like that because he know how we gets busy down here in RDU in Raleigh, North Carolina. Boston don't want it. What? And so in the video, it looks like the staff members were wearing Frontier Airlines sweatshirts, and they were filming the encounter. And the man can be heard saying how he paid for a ticket. And so the agents were repeatedly mocking this man. And I got to say, if I was that man, I would be pissed. But since I'm not, that shit was kind of funny.
I mean, go ahead.
The thing is, what happened to customer service?
Right. They gave his ass some service.
No, what happened with customer service? Like, you're supposed to help people. At these jobs, you're supposed to be helpful.
I mean, they probably was helpful towards him, and then once he got agitated and didn't want to pay the $25, then that's when they started mocking him because they wasn't even trying to hear it.
That your job is not.
I got
to
you.
Complicate a situation.
Well, sometimes if you gotta go by the company rules, you gotta go by the company rules.
Like, but you're trying to resolve a situation. That's what we're missing in society to an extent, is trying to resolve. Instead of igniting a conflict, try to resolve it before it becomes a conflict.
I mean, you're right. They could have handled it a lot better than what they did. You feel what I'm saying? True. Mainly just announce, tell him like, sir, can't let you through because company policy, you got to pay the $25.
And he agreed to pay it eventually.
Right, of course. After they wouldn't let his ass through, he wasn't gonna get through. He wanted to get on his flight, so he had to pay the shit. So if they just simply just said, sir, this is the company rules, you gotta pay the $25, and he got agitated and started doing what he doing, they should have went and got the manager and let the manager handle it. And let the manager handle it instead of doing that.
They wanted to take it upon themselves and act out.
That shit made it a TMZ.
That's whack because they as employees were actually in the right. They just didn't handle
that's
it in
all.
the manner.
They didn't handle it wrong.
That's crazy.
That's the only thing they just didn't do. They just did
got
not
fired for actually doing
the job.
But
you just
did
mocked
it in an asshole way.
You was being an asshole to an asshole.
Yeah,
that's
much. All. And the white asshole won.
He only won because because if the company did not reprimand them, they're gonna lose more money than just because of that. They had to.
But if they don't act like that at all, they don't lose their
I mean,
job.
they did that job. They just didn't handle it correctly. That's all.
You lost your job for no.
They probably give a fuck, man. It's too many. They ain't care. It's too many. They probably go to American Airlines. you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that is
I don't know. I'll take that back. How that shit went viral. They probably ain't working at RDU now.
After you see what I'm saying, this costs you your job, and who knows what the lingering repercussions are going to be from this.
They went. Hey, listen, man. This generation is down with going viral. You feel what I'm saying? So if they handle it right, I mean, real talk. If they handle this shit right, they can make some money. Like. What the girl said? I bet you ain't getting on. She could have made a shirt. I bet you ain't getting on, and would have made $1 million if she'd have just put it up there.
Say she can't.
Right. Look, I just gave. Hey, if you see this, I just gave you a business idea. Just make a shirt.
Contact you.
She ain't gotta contact me. What I'm just saying, I'm just telling her. I just gave her an idea. If she was smart, you made it TMZ, so that means you are known. I'd have made a shirt. I bet you ain't getting on. And put it online. She made $1 million.
At the end of the day, just quit being rude to people.
I don't know about that because you have to understand. There's a lot of people that don't like this woman publicly.
It's a lot of people that say. There's a lot of people that do. So now, see,
quit being rude to people.
No, I'm just saying. Look, we got clips of like what 2 weeks ago. Girl from Chicago went out of the country and threw the man pineapples and shit out of the damn boat because why? She overcharged him. She had plenty of detractors that was like, hey, she was wrong. Just as well, she had people that was defending her. So it becomes a number game now.
But the thing is, you're on these people's job. You're at Frontier, and you have a code of ethics that you have to work by. Quit being rude to these people.
They did the job. They was just assholes. They was being asshole to an asshole.
To these people.
But they did the job. Yeah. He probably was rude to their ass first. I'm almost willing to bet he was rude to their ass first.
Kill him with kindness, but being rude is not going to work. That you see what being rude gets you.
Yeah,
I got you.
True.
But it's too many job openings to where they'll find somewhere else.
Shit. You think people is flying like that?
No, I mean they probably gotta get somewhere else. I just what I'm saying is they probably get a job somewhere else. They probably was temps any goddamn way.
Yeah, I was reading the article and it said, they were hired through a third party aggregator.
That's what I'm saying.
That leads into this one.
Yes,
that they go hand in hand with one another. How people act at their jobs.
Yes, they do. Yes, it does. So moving right along. I did want to discuss the Met Gala that came through the past week.
Yeah.
The star of that show was Halle Berry's coochie.
Apparently. I was about to say Rihanna and her belly.
Yeah, Rihanna.
Third child.
Yes.
ASAP ain't playing, boy.
I thought it was Andre with the fucking piano on his back.
Oh shit, you could have went with goddamn Mary J with the steel hat.
Steel hat.
She had like some type of steel light hat.
I remember seeing Tiana Taylor.
The Met Gala gives you a chance to be creative, and I just think it's weird.
I think it's hella weird, but it's
how's weird?
Fundraiser.
It's a fundraiser. You get to dress
as weird
crazy.
as you want.
Yeah, it's still style. I would go to some shit like that to dress up. What everybody talk? Fronts was front and center. So you had Pharrell.
Pharrell actually looked normal compared to everybody else.
But exactly. But the thing is, he had the gold. I think he had gold fronts. Fronts was front and center. You had a lot of artists out there. They had gold, platinum fronts and stuff like that. That was the talk of the town of the Met Gala as well. Then you seeing superstars such as football, basketball. That's going to those events. I would go to one of those joints.
So the theme this year was super fine tailoring black style, and it celebrates black dandyism, exploring the importance of clothing and style in shaping black identities within the Atlantic diaspora.
I did see Dapper Dan too.
Yeah,
I saw him out there.
I don't like the Met Gala.
It's
I mean,
not
I
for
get the
me.
weirdness behind it.
Oh,
I
your
know
boy-
tickets is like $75,000 a piece.
Who was out there?
Everybody.
Yeah,
Everybody.
what's the name? Colin Kaepernick.
Oh
I
yeah,
saw
Colin
Colin
Kaepernick
Kaepernick.
and his wife. I mean, girlfriend. Well, my bad, Colin.
I saw Nicki. I saw Cardi.
Yeah.
I saw
Stephon Diggs was out there.
I saw Slim Thug. I saw what's his
Future
girlfriend's
damn cut
name?
his,
Yeah. Oh, now he was a talking to Future cut his dreads off. He cut his dreads off. Oh man. Yeah, he was a talker of internet.
Yeah, there were quite a few people.
Never mind, he got multiple baby moms, but let's keep moving.
Yeah.
They want to be one too. That's all. Let me get it. Go ahead. They'll pop one of them.
Yeah, but everybody made a big deal about Halle Berry.
Halle Berry.
Halle Berry.
How old is
was
Halle?
there.
Is she about 60?
58.
See, I said she about 60. Goddamn.
Yeah. I mean, I'm giving her the benefit of the doubt. You don't want to round up a woman's age. That's,
Halle
that's
Berry.
Right
Halle
now, if
Berry.
you 60 looking like that, you shouldn't. Hey, that's the goal for a woman. Look 60 and you
That's
looking
the
like
statue
that.
dub one.
That's Halle Berry.
That's the statue dub one.
But we
Times
understand that's
Square.
Halle Berry. But a woman can look good if she keep up with her physique, work out,
That is the
eat
statue.
well.
They wouldn't give us a Halle Berry statue.
Of course, because that's not the average
Hold on,
woman.
Hold on. Y'all, Halle Berry, y'all know is super problematic. I don't know what.
Hey, she's still fine.
Yo,
Yeah, we
she's
talk
still-
about-
We
we
ain't
talk-
judging a
we-
statue
we-
based on their problems.
She's
We
Right,
don't-
we just talk about. I'm just talking about how good she looks. She
I want
almost
a
60,
statue of Halle
60
Berry.
years
she
old.
looks amazing for
60 years old.
Yes, she does.
Popping pussy.
Yep, and she made waves with her dress with black lines. Apparently, she wasn't wearing no drawers, and you could see the monk, but she was hiding the E.
Halle Berry.
Yeah,
Halle
so-
Berry.
Lots of people were chiming in. Some thought it was risky and sexy, and some people were like, "You 60 years old, you shouldn't be showing that badge off."
Who cares? Like
She can do it.
Look,
That's the thing.
You said how much for tickets?
75,000
For 75,000,
Now I'm going down there
I'm going
butt naked,
wherever the hell I
motherfucker.
want to go in.
Shit.
You can already be as weird as you want.
Right, that's somebody. Hey,
You can already
75.
push the
yeah,
envelope.
75,000. That's somebody damn yearly salary.
For 75 grand, yeah, I can be as weird as I want.
Fuck yeah.
I was a little disappointed.
If I had let my Johnson hang, I paid 75,000. Y'all gonna see this?
Because as a woman who is close to 60, she lived through the 80s. Why was that shit so clean? I was expecting a little bush. I was expecting to see. little
No,
hairs on
she
the side.
wants you to see that monk.
That's what I'm saying.
She wants you to see it like this bald
very
head.
clean.
Oh no, and another reason why probably gray hair, nigga. She's 60.
Oh yeah,
Gray
well, she
hair.
could dye that shit.
No, she
She
ain't
dyes
dying.
a regular hair.
No, ain't no
Who
need dying
dying?
that.
Who
Might get
dying?
something drop down in between the lips
dying
and burn her shit. No,
Who is dyeing their
ain't
pubic
no,
hair?
Ain't nobody dying no
Porno
pubic
stars?
hair.
Ain't nobody
Ain't like dying no pubic. Just shave it off.
You cut it.
Just cut it
You
off.
cut it. It's like you was dying.
Shit, you don't want to show no gray bush down there. Let a motherfucker know, like, damn, you shave it off. You like, damn, I want to
You
hit
would
that
actually
motherfucker.
think about putting chemicals down there.
Yeah, like you
really?
gonna contaminate it. We
you
just
already
said, we just
old.
said
Don't you
she
think that's ironic?
look. We just said she survived the goddamn 80s. Now you want to kill her, dropping something down there. Wish she might get cancer and shit.
Niggas be fucking raw, and now they worried about chemicals and shit on that.
Yeah, listen. The thing is, she didn't want. Listen, she shaved the bush because it was gray. She didn't want to make a motherfucker look like, damn, she old as hell. When she shaved that motherfucker, you just saw that monkey. You're like, damn, I want to hit that
Once you
motherfucker.
down
You
there,
ain't
you
even give a
down
damn
there.
how old she was. You wanted to fuck her.
Once you down there, you down there. It don't, but you ain't nobody dying no damn pubic hair.
Hell no. Just cut that motherfucker off.
That's even weirder than the Met
Yeah,
Gala.
exactly,
That's
exactly.
weird,
You dye your pubic hair. Look, you down there like,
Combing through your-
yo.
So y'all don't think Holly's dress was inappropriate for?
Hell no.
For 75
$75,000.
No.
You could damn near walk butt ass naked up in that
she was
motherfucker.
fine.
As long as you got some type of clothing on your ass and it looks good, yeah. Go ahead, do your thing.
Compared to what I saw everybody else wearing, nah, she fit right on in.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, and Andre 3000 had the goddamn
Piano on the back.
I guess it was for his new album he dropped. Did you get a chance to listen
Hell
to Andre's
no.
piano album?
No.
All right.
You ain't rapping, I don't want to talk.
I listened to it.
Is he rapping over that shit?
No.
Okay, he playing piano.
You can rap over the damn piano?
Well, he didn't rap over the piano. So Andre's piano album did come out this week. It's called 7 Sketches.
I didn't even know the damn piano album came out.
Yeah, 7 piano sketches, and it's Andre just basically playing the piano. And I gave him a pass on the flute one because I don't play the flute, and I can't say what good, bad, or mediocre.
He won a Grammy out there, bitch.
Fuck out of piano.
He won a Grammy out there, bitch.
No, actually, his piano playing wasn't bad. In fact, it wasn't like impressive. There wasn't like a ooh, Andre's nice, but I mean, he plays the piano better than he plays the flute. I can tell you that just off of listening to the 2 different albums. But that's not an album I'm gonna listen to. I'm just critical
man
of
is
it.
making money off of.
I don't think he's making money off of these like that because he said he wasn't intending to release these. He just recorded them on his iPhone. He recorded directly into his iPhone.
My man is selling people.
I don't think he's selling this.
Well, not selling.
He won a Grammy. He won a Grammy off the flute shit.
He's giving people just instrumentals. Like
exactly.
He's just giving people instrumentals. Like my boy Andre 3000 from Outkast, one of the greatest groups ever, has just gone into another form of music. I think it's dope. I think it's dope.
I don't.
No. I want to hear you spit them bars.
I was watching a video the other day. I'm trying to find it on YouTube through my history, but there was a radio personality who has a podcast, and he was discussing Andre 3000 on there. And he was saying it's ironic that this dude is an old man because he's doing the same thing the young kids are doing, just releasing any bullshit. And he's just throwing it out there. And he was just basically upset that Andre 3000 was kind of doing what a lot of younger artists are doing and just releasing anything and not giving a shit
and not empowering them and being constructive what they're doing.
Yeah, and I tended to agree with him. I was like, damn, Andre just throwing random shit out here, hoping it bites just because he's Andre. And
that's what happens when you have a fan base. Your fan base is going to support anything
I ain't
you
supporting
do.
everything.
Yeah, I didn't
even know about the piano. I ain't even listen to the flute. I want to hear you spit
your
the bars.
diehard
nigga.
fan base, and Andre has a diehard fan base.
Yes, he does.
He does.
That's another reason I'm not liking this piano album is because you're gonna have a bunch of fucking Outkast fans sitting here hyping it up like
and it shouldn't be hyped.
Yeah, and I can tell you as a piano player, it's not bad, but it's not great. And yeah, I hope he isn't selling this if the nigga just put his iPhone on record and recorded this. I don't think that would be fair to charge people for that little effort.
Right.
However, he is 3 stacks, so he would make some money off of it.
And he's going to climb higher up on the greatest of all time list too, I'm sure.
No, he's not. He's falling down. He should be kicked out the top 20 after this because he's still never released a solo album. And he's released 2 solo albums now. They just aren't rapping on them. So
instrumentals.
Yeah,
he's released 2 solo albums.
Two instrumental albums with no drums. Nah, there was like one song with the backing beat on there. But yeah, I'm just not a fan of what Andre's doing. I just don't get it. You know, I get he's one of them artsy fartsy niggas that like to troll people and do all that goofy shit.
That's him.
You know what? That shit made me want to be a rapper and be straightforward. But look, you saw this coming. You saw this coming years ago.
No, he just dropped it out the blue.
No. When Andre came back dressing all weird and stuff, you was like,
that was AT Aliens. That was the second album.
But you knew that he was starting to go. Yeah,
I know.
Just like
I knew he was different. Period.
Just like Kanye, you knew years ago this dude about to crash out.
I ain't know about it, Kanye.
But
Kanye, I can contribute to his mom passing.
Like with 3 Stacks, like I said though, you could see it. Like when he started dressing like he was coming off.
Are we talking about his behavior or music?
All of it was together.
Let me Doug, because you said when I was talking about Kanye and when his mom passed. Are you talking about his music or his behavior or both?
His behavior.
Okay.
And the reason I say that is because lots of people lose their moms and they don't
crash out like
crash
that.
out like Kanye did.
Well, they also don't have the influence and the money that he got too to do that. So once you became family with the Kardashians, you just got a whole level of protection based off because you're attached to them. When I say protection, meaning
I don't know if that gives you the right to lose your fucking mind, though.
Hey, listen, I get what you're saying, but you're talking about somebody who has money, power, and respect, and you're gonna have a bunch of yes men that's not gonna challenge his ass, and he have a sense that he will clap back with no issue. So there's nobody that's considered on his level that's willing to even do that because they don't have to deal with him. We talking about people that's around him. The people that's around him, they need him to a certain degree, so they ain't gonna say shit.
Okay, and yeah, I found the podcast. It was Beehive ATL. Shout out to Beehive because that was the podcast clip that I saw where I agreed with Dude how Andre was just fucking up the game or doing his part to fuck it up because of his tendency to just release unfocused, sloppy bullshit. Because that's what it is.
Especially when you got Grammy albums and shit like that.
And yeah, I'm the type of person like, man, I get where 3 Stacks was coming from, where he said he didn't originally intend to release this to the general public, which is why it's recorded on an iPhone. And that's another issue I have a problem with. Like, nigga, if it's that personal, why are you releasing it? I'm one of them people, if you're going to release music, make sure it's in a position to be properly consumed by the general public. Well, don't put out bullshit mixes.
Well, when you look at it, right?
Yeah.
He had to pay anybody to then record that shit?
No, I mean, I understand in terms of value, it didn't cost him nothing, and he just released it straight to Spotify.
Exactly. So the fact that he just recorded on his phone and just released it with Spotify, and like you said,
that goes back to
he's popular. You feel what I'm saying?
It's not popular.
No, I said he's popular.
Yeah, he's popular.
And based off of all the above, it's a numbers game. Once you get that high up the ladder like that, it's gonna for every one person that said it's some bullshit, he gonna have 3 people say that's fire. That's fire.
You are
and it's gonna turn into money. So he's not gonna lose. That's the game now. The game is if you go viral, you better have a saying that you can make a shirt, make some type of gear to sell online, capitalize off that shit. Or if you are already up there, you feel what I'm saying? These niggas, you gotta understand. You know what? I'm gonna play devil's advocate right quick. I can see why he done that because you remember when he come up, everything was structured, formatted. You had to do it this way, and it was in a box. And he was like, and on top of that, the money that you are making then. It's like apples and oranges now. So if I sit here and record something off an iPhone and I put it on Spotify and I made over $1 million just off of something that I record, like nigga, like remember they wasn't getting the money then when he first came in the game. How these rappers are getting the money now. So I can see where he in a kind of a sense like, you know what? Let me see how far my popularity go. Let me put this bullshit out here on that I record on the iPhone. If that shit pop off. You feel what I'm saying? I might can get away with it a couple of times. And if I can get it, he went from the flute. Now he's to the piano. What's the next goddamn
the piccolo. Nah, that nigga gonna easily evolve to the guitar now.
Right. So I'm saying he's making money off of nothing.
Yeah. You know what really bothered me about the Met Gala was ASAP Rocky admitting that he wears Rihanna's clothes. That kind of like
what?
Yeah.
Wow.
So A$AP Rocky admitted he sometimes steals clothes from Rihanna's closet and wears them.
Oh, Lord,
and he was saying this to the Vogue podcast, the Run Through with Vogue podcast.
There is nothing. If I had a girl, there is not one item
that can. I'm surprised he can fit in that.
Exactly.
But there's not one item I'd be like, let me throw this on real quick. Right. Like,
let me see how. Like.
Why would you tell anybody that? That's for you
shock
and Rihanna.
Shock value.
He said he don't give Oh, fuck. He said, in all fairness, I want to represent and be a catalyst for daring men. I don't know who drew the line between femininity or being feminine and masculine. I don't know who drew that line, but I don't see any barriers for me.
See, that's another problem right there. We got
ass gap.
First of all,
yes,
if you take ASAP away from Rihanna, right?
Yeah,
he's not even top 50 hip hop artist.
Oh no,
right. So he's considered
he's the best one out of the group.
Exactly. So he's
Ferg.
Yeah, exactly. So he's considered what, second tier, damn near third tier type rapper.
Yeah, he's just the pretty boy that blew up from the group.
Exactly. So now you played your card right, and you got with a billionaire.
ASAP, don't be a fool.
He got with a billionaire. He done put not one, not two, but three up in us.
ASAP, don't be a fool, my boy.
No, he capitalized. Listen, you know her money is protected from this nigga to where he can't get it. Then, number one, they ain't married. She like, look, nigga, what I just said, it's cheaper just to be a baby mama or a baby daddy when you up.
It might be Rihanna. Keep in mind, she got the money.
Yeah,
what you
she
mean?
might be the one who don't want to get married.
Be the one like, I don't want us to get married.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm talking about. She don't want to get married because the money is night and day.
If I'm ASAP, I want to get married. I'm like,
and she like, I don't want to get. She like, I don't want to get married. I'll give you some kids, nigga. You know what I'm saying? You can live this lifestyle.
My
shit.
Girl said that Rihanna got with ASAP because she said he had like good genes or whatever.
Yeah, he a pretty boy.
Yeah, a pretty boy.
Boom.
He dark skinned. He had some good looking, thick ass cornrows in his hair.
I wouldn't be secure in my position in Rihanna's life. We got kids together, cool, but
yeah, make no mistake, she's with him for looks.
Right.
It's not like
she love his ass. I mean, she probably love his ass, but it ain't love her to where he get married and shit.
Yeah.
She like, I'll give you a little bit of money. So he's saying shit and doing shit like this because he's trying to position himself somewhere.
Yeah, but
look, he was coordinator Met Gala. Yeah. That was him. How he able to do that?
No doubt.
Share her pool.
Yeah.
So he
said, it's not fair that my girl can just go on my closet and take anything from it and wear it. This should go both ways.
Fuck that. Nah. Man, listen.
Every time you say something else, ASAP right. Be like,
yeah, man. Like he got
losing more cool boys every time.
Look, I'm thinking like, nigga, you got poked in the booty. You can't.
That's what I was about to say.
You got your look. They was talking about that shit. How what Terrence Howard talking about
your man card.
Talking you lose your man card because
your main card
because you can't even get it back. They're gonna touch your hind parts. They did the breaking the buck. Butt breaking.
Yeah, same thing.
So ASAP sounds suspect, nigga.
And did you see
Very
he also
much so.
Has a huge ass chain that's modeled after Rihanna. He's wearing a massive gold ring with Rihanna shaped figures covered in diamonds.
Of course.
I mean, he better be her. Look, nigga, you better be her fucking cheerleading motherfucker. You living a life that you would have never received.
Every nigga wants.
He done beat a charge and everything because he done beat a charge because of the best money lawyer can buy.
He's the best stay-at-home dad ever. Ever.
Damn, booty, he done beat you.
ASAP is the best stay-at-home dad ever.
That nigga ain't playing. He better cheerlead down. He better worship her fucking feet, nigga. You know what I'm saying? She might decide to let that nigga get married.
Might.
You know what I'm saying? Might. So he better cheerlead it. But if he's smart, I'll be creating businesses and shit. You know what I'm saying?
I think he got a bit. Well, keep in mind he's still a multi-millionaire on his own,
and he's still a model and stuff like that. He got things.
He ain't no billionaire.
He don't need to be a billionaire.
I know because he knocking up one.
Yeah, and he's already in them circles. So if he and Rihanna break up, he's just getting another billionaire. Except she probably gonna be white this time,
right? Cause they gonna see them jeans. Look, they gonna get passed around. They gonna get passed around. Look, I told you once you crack that circle, they pass each other husbands and boyfriends and girlfriends around.
Jeans is all it takes to get in there. Cause my jeans is pretty healthy.
No, it's healthy jeans. You look a certain way. You got a swag about yourself, and you linked up with the right person.
Yeah, I don't have any type 1 diabetes in my family. I don't have any I don't have asthma, no nothing. I have some pretty
look, I
strong genes.
got all my teeth. I got every last one of them.
That's why all my girlfriends be shaped like that goddamn statue. They know about my family history.
That's
and
right.
Want to procreate with me. That's what I'm talking about. But yo, we're going to go ahead and move off of ASAP because Joy Taylor was in the news on Paul Pierce's, Truth at Night podcast, Truth After Dark. Joy Taylor was on there. She's another member of the young girl crowd and was just giving Paul Pierce her preferences that she likes. I got that video queued up.
I'm also, I say this tenderly because I'm 38 years old. So, yeah, I've been working for 20 years. I'm a professional adult.
So we can cut off a lot of dudes if you dating, you're not dating, whatever. But Future, what's the age limit?
Age limit?
As far as youth to older. What's the youngest to the oldest? What's your range?
Damn, I'm telling myself right now. I would say right now, at my age right now. Yeah, I would not date younger than 25, 26.
That's a
Why
good one.
you laugh? Why is that funny?
No, because I thought she was going to be on
I thought you would say.
I thought she was going to be on some 35 to 57.
Me too. Oh no, I mean I don't think I could. I don't know. I'm not gonna get up here and lie. Okay, young men are very aggressive and they do not care how old I am. And
Wait, Joy, I have to ask you because this is a whole thing with women.
25
they're saying
is a
that these young
grown
men
man.
are really.
25 is grown. I agree.
They're saying
nah, you ain't about to have me out here on some bullshit.
No,
25 is a grown ass man.
They're saying 25-year-old men are where it's at. All the older women, that's what I'm trying to say. The women that I've been talking to, in their 30s, late 30s, they're like, these younger men, they come, they're intentional, they come with it, they're not playing around. They want to date you, they treat you like you're a goddess, they appreciate you, they talk life into you. I am hearing that these younger men from all these women, they are where it's at. I've never dated a younger man before, no. I've never wanted to.
They're telling the truth.
At this point, they're talking about
Is this the truth after dark? They're telling the truth.
This is what I'm hearing. And even
but I don't it's 20. I don't want to be clear here because I'm not. I don't 25 is a grown man.
It's a grown man. Joy. Okay, you're not. Don't
You're not
worry
about to have
that.
me on some bullshit.
What about it? What else is non-negotiable for you?
I'm less and less interested in religious men. If I'm being honest with you, I told Paul this the other day. I don't know. You hit me with the man of God thing. But
you say God a lot on your podcast.
God?
Yeah, you be like, God, oh my God.
Oh my God. No.
Oh my God is different.
Oh my God is different than being a man of God. If you're leading, I don't know. I've just had some. I've had some negative experiences with people that lead with their religion.
Are you religious?
Not really. No. So I would say I'm a person of faith, but I'm not. Okay. I was raised in a Baptist church, very, very religious family. I don't think that just because you're a Christian that you are, not living a good life. I'm just saying if that's the first thing that you bring to the table, it's a red flag for me because
you feel they're hiding behind their religion.
I don't care. Why? What does this matter to me?
Something happened with that before. That's what that happened.
Multiple times.
Yeah.
So that was Joy Taylor describing her desires for a man that she wants on the pulpit.
Look, she said, "You're not gonna trap me off and get me caught up."
I'm gonna say this: I don't really care. At least 25 is grown enough.
Yeah.
So I don't care. But I do feel her on that one thing she said about
religion.
Yeah, when she says, "I'm a woman of God," that kind of.
It lets me know the exact opposite.
It kind of swayed. I'm a back off of that. You see what I'm saying? Because I want you to find the man of God that you're looking for, and I know that I'm not him. So see, I just slide away from that.
So when men give their life to the Lord, it's some real shit. But when women give their life to the Lord, allegedly, it means the exact opposite.
To
me.
So you saying that she says she's a woman of God?
No. I'm saying if a woman tells me she's a woman of God, I know she a freak.
I let that because like Joy said, I'm not religious. I'm more
Me neither.
spiritual than anything else. So,
Yeah, man, I don't go to church every day.
If you're on the church tip, like, then you stay on that. Don't expect me to go to
church with you.
Like
I ain't going to Bible school, Bible study, none of that shit.
And I'm gonna say this is, as
if I want to pop, she's saying if I want to pop my pussy on you any freakish way, you should be willing to do that shit.
As cool, that's almost like
we know she fuck.
That's almost like a chick asking me to smoke. Like, I'm not going to stop smoking. I'm not going to church.
Exactly.
That's
look,
just
look. And I had a relationship that didn't come about because of that shit. Dated a woman, we hit it off. You know what I'm saying? Look, I go see her every week, and I smoke. You feel what I'm saying? So the whole entire time we dating, I smoking, we good. Then when we starting to put in parameters like we about to get serious and shit, she said, "You gotta stop smoking."
Nah,
what?
yeah, I had that happen.
Look,
before.
you could look. I want you to have a clip and freeze this shit, and have all type of warning signs going behind my head. I like how that shit just froze the time. Like, what? I said the whole time I'm with you, I'm smoking. Then we gonna decide we're gonna get together. You telling me I gotta smoke?
That's a total turn off because
said
I'm
you
not
would
going
not
to sit
like
there and try to change you. Like, if we got into something and you drink like that. Like, if I fuck with you, I fuck with you.
Right.
I'm not going to change anything
You
you
ain't
have
changing
going on
shit
about
me.
you.
Especially if you telling me you just had a failed marriage because the man that you was with, he was a virgin. And that failed. You know what I'm saying? So how the hell you gonna come tell me I can't smoke? I said, listen, if I get mad, you're not gonna have enough sense, enough ability to do something to keep me calm. So I'm like, I'm gonna pass on this relationship.
Yeah, let me go into the changes I want to make. You could possibly
I ain't never stopped
propose
smoking. I
them,
stopped smoking
but
twice.
It'll be my decisions on the changes that I make in my life. I'm not going to, until you make any changes. I'm just going to
especially
accept
if
you
I
as
ain't
you
telling
come.
your ass you got to change up some shit.
I thought it was funny when they laughed at her when she said 25.
Yeah, because he tried to set her up. She thought she was gonna say lower than that.
Nah,
she's only 38.
No, the exact opposite. They thought she was gonna say older, like 30, 35.
Look,
they didn't know she was gonna go that young down to 25.
I mean, shit,
I
she 38.
I don't think that's that young. And as a 25-year-old man,
25 to 38, that's only 13 years old.
Like,
that's only 13 years apart.
But the main issue is, of course, the perception, because it seems to be more problematic when older men date younger women versus this scenario.
I kept telling you, man. Go ahead.
At least the age is getting up there. Like, 25, you're an adult. Like, it's nothing that I can sit here and be like, you're too old for them. They're 25.
The law says whether we agree with it or not, you're 18 or older, you're considered an adult. Your parent does not have to take care of you no more. So now if you are deemed an adult, you feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
This is where parenting comes in, that to teach your kids the ins and outs of the world, what can possibly come about.
But what I'm saying is, at least we're getting the age raised up, because wasn't it 19 with Shannon? It was 23 with Bill. Now it's 25 with Joy.
No, it was 49 with Bill. Bill 49.
No, I'm saying the girl was 24. 24. Okay.
Yeah, but what I'm saying,
now she's up to 25. At least the age is.
There's still the age gap is still humongous.
It's going to be an age gap.
The uproar was about outside the age was the age gap of how far they were apart. We had Shannon that was at 23. He got admonished, and here we are. We got Bill. He's almost 50. He's 49 years old. We got elderly abuse going down, and then here we are, Joy talking about. We got Tracy Ellis Ross. She ain't say the number, but we all know the number that she talking about. You feel what I'm saying? The number that she talking about, and she's being uplifted. And here go Joy. She's saying 25. That's not far from 18, 19. I'm just like, come on. Hell, we know. Listen,
grown.
we know motherfuckers that was getting the
18,
substitute teacher in fucking high school, bro.
18
Some of them in middle school
is a huge difference. Me thinking the way at 18 and me thinking of the way at 25 are totally different times.
We assume that. We assume that because, again, the law, the human law states when the older, between that 25 is that peak where you supposed to turn that corner for maturity. We know motherfuckers now that's our age that still ain't get there. So I'm just saying it's subjective.
Well, it's interesting to see, but like I said, I think what society is moving towards is a older partner, younger partner relationship, because now they're trying to normalize it for everyone, or at least for women they are.
Actually, they're not normalized. It's just the fact that since we got a 24-hour news cycle and everybody want clickbaits and everything, motherfuckers in everybody's business. So because it's people like to be nosy and shit and like to be in everybody's business, that's why. And it's not. It's already normalized.
This been going on forever.
For generations.
Men and women.
Right. It's always, I just gave
If anything, the woman was sneaking around with the younger dude, but she was still smashing the younger dude.
Right.
Like let's
the whole notion, like I said, it's always gonna older men, if they're divorced or they've never been married, they're gonna tend to date women younger because again, he's older. The chances of him dating a woman his age is almost slim to none because she's stuck in her ways and it's like, I pass. You feel what I'm saying? So everybody from his side to her side, they ain't trying to compromise. Now you go younger, it's different. Compromise is there. You feel what I'm saying? Because either you have an advantage or it mellows out even. Both parties getting what they want. Everybody's happy. And whether it's verbally or physically made. The point is we have a clear objective as far as what we doing.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's very interesting to know because you've been hearing lately, speaking of the older, younger thing, you've been hearing about Bill Belichick. Today it was released that he might be done in UNC before they even take the season starting because of his young girl.
I got to see this first. I got to see him.
Right, I don't even believe it because they knew this shit before he came, before they hired him.
I got to see
You know what I'm saying? It was already out before he decided to go to UNC that he was with her.
Can I be honest? These people at UNC don't care. Right. They want to win football games.
Right.
They could care less about this man's girlfriend.
Well,
I'm telling you, they could care less.
There was a report by an ESPN host reporting that UNC banned Jordan Hudson from team facilities. Yeah. And they said that was causing an issue. Though UNC quickly issued a statement saying she is welcome to the Carolina football facilities. This ESPN host didn't back down. He doubled down on it. He said he requested comment and filed dozens of FOIA requests that were not satisfied, and he stands by the specific reporting from which he said. So it seems like this ESPN host said, this woman isn't banned. Well, I need to call UNC officials and clarify that. And he's basically saying he called them and they didn't clarify it properly or accurately.
The last time that the University of North Carolina Tar Heels football team was talked about like this was
Julius Peppers?
Or never.
Didn't they have somebody didn't they win after?
Julius Peppers?
Mac Brown came back. They were excited about that. That moved a little
bit. Matt Brown before he left went to Texas and won in that. He was. That's how he got it.
Right now.
Yeah,
there is no bigger story in UNC football that I can think of that they've ever had than this right here. They will do anything to keep Bill Belichick, even if that.
Now wait a minute. Now there is an issue it says on June 1st, the buyout in Belichick's contract drops from $10 million to just $1 million. So they view the clause as a way for Belichick to leave and get back to the NFL. So a buyout.
Where at in the NFL? Where are you going?
He ain't going nowhere.
It's Belichick.
He ain't been hired. Ain't nobody want to hire him.
You're not going to the NFL. Stay where you're at.
Maybe not as a head coach, but you can't tell me
you're not
defense.
going. You're not going. You're
you're
considered the best coach of all time.
Exactly.
And then you're just going to go back to be a defensive coordinator.
Well, he still got about 10, 15 more wins to be the all-time leading winning coach.
I'm going to prove that I'm the best coach on any level now, and I'm just going to get the Tar Heels there.
I think he's going to leave UNC.
I don't believe
I don't
that.
think so.
I don't believe that.
Especially if they put a clause where after June 1st, it's going to be $9 million less dollars to buy out.
I don't believe that. They're not going to let Bill Belichick leave UNC.
Because that, number one, you don't have a coach in play right now. It's too late. It's too late in the season haven't even started, but it's too late. Spring practice.
And not only that, if he left, do you know the recruits that you're going to lose?
You're going to lose. The transfer portal
No, we're
crazy.
not letting him leave. Not this year anyway.
Transfer, they ain't doing that shit. That's almost suicide.
That's crazy.
Nobody will never go to UNC.
But isn't that Belichick's decision if there's a buyout option?
Oh, you talking about if he leaves?
Yeah.
I don't
Well,
think
I don't see. I mean, all the coaching is unless somebody decide to bring him in as like an assistant or a special what they call.
I mean, that young girl sounds like she got control on his life, so she could be like, Bill, you've worked enough. I want to be, coach me.
If he leaves, it's because he wants to. It's not because UNC wants him to leave. UNC will give him anything he wants.
I'm not buying in the fact that she get him, because if that was the case, you would hear somebody in his family, kids, somebody would say something. This is what he want.
Maybe he has better control over his kids than his young girl.
Nah, well, maybe that young girl sucking him off real good. Shit, she tricking.
Oh yeah,
she's tricking.
She got all them properties and stuff from him. So yeah, I definitely get it.
I don't see Bill leaving Chapel Hill.
And Chapel Hill ain't gonna get rid of him because, like I said, it'd be catastrophic to their football program.
So I guess he's locked in at least for this season.
Yeah, at least this season.
Well, time will tell. Let's go ahead and move on to Plies, because Plies
I like this.
Was in the news.
And he was truthful too.
Apparently he's upset about black women at McDonald's not smiling at him when he places his order. I got that clip.
Just real quick, give motherfucking black folk. I'm just leaving out of the little place, get my little peanut butter crunch bowl, and there's some shit I see pretty regularly, and I just got motherfucking sick of it this morning. So I go in there to place my little order. It's a white lady in front of me. She at the motherfucking register. It's a black female behind the register taking her motherfucking order. She just all motherfucking smiles when the motherfucking white lady walk up there. White lady place her motherfucking order and walk down to the right to wait on her motherfucking order. Here I come stepping right motherfucking up, and her whole motherfucking facial expression changed with me. Now she motherfucking, can I take your order? And I mean this with the utmost motherfucking respect. Just like I told her, you can't take a motherfucking thing from me until you give me that same motherfucking level of happiness you just gave that motherfucking white lady. Give me the same motherfucking smiles you just motherfucking gave her. She ain't tell no motherfucking joke. She ain't did a motherfucking thing but walk up here to this motherfucking counter, and you like the motherfucking Kool-Aid woman. So you can't take my motherfucking order until you give me the same motherfucking level of happiness you motherfucking gave her. Smile, motherfucker. That's what I done told. Smile. No, you can't motherfucking take my order. You can take it after you motherfucking start smiling just like you was for her. Motherfucking sick of that. They motherfucking walk up. You motherfucking can I? Soon as I motherfucking walk up here, you act like we just had a motherfucking argument or something. Motherfucking sick of that shit. And I done seen that shit a million times. That shit done happened to me. Motherfucker come watch them at another table. They taking somebody motherfucking order, motherfucking white family order. They all motherfucking smile, playing with the motherfucking baby and all. Then you walk your motherfucking ass over here where I'm at, and you motherfucking frowned up like somebody motherfucking farted or something. I'm motherfucking sick of y'all, man. Y'all need to get y'all motherfucking shit together.
So that was Plies venting on his frustrations.
He's 100% right, though.
I agree with him.
He's 100%
Look,
right. And
you know he was mad because he was stuttering.
Yeah.
That nigga was stuttering, and he tell the truth.
Yeah, I don't disagree with what he said.
He tell the truth.
What he feels like is he's experiencing lesser service from a woman who's given him lesser service and then clearly giving better treatment to the...
And we the same race.
Yeah. And it's clearly a visual stark difference between him and the woman behind him. And
oh, my God.
Yeah. No, Plies needed to get that off his chest.
He tells the truth. I've experienced that. You sit here, a white person, you smiling and everything, you polite. Then we see me look like I remind you of somebody that done stole your damn TV or somebody done beat your ass or some shit. I don't know. Whatever. Something traumatic.
Yeah, I thought that was a little bit... Here's one thing about me. I never really noticed the service in fast food unless it's exceptionally bad. I'm one of them people who's like, I don't care if you smile. Just don't make me feel like an asshole for supporting this establishment.
Fuck up my... Don't give me no cold
but
food.
But the thing is this, and you know, I work with the public, so you know, and I know exactly what Pliers is talking about, but sometimes...
You work with them people.
Yeah, but sometimes it be our own people who act up too, though. Like, to be honest, so true. I can see where... But I will say that some of these people who do customer service that work with the public... They do need a better attitude.
There's a lot of people in just talk about RDU.
There's a lot of people in the customer service environment whose attitudes fucking suck.
Only difference is
and
he was
I
white.
can talk about people that I work with whose attitudes sometimes are trash. Like, you work with the public, you have to deal with certain stuff. You know, they come to you like you say, unless I get horrible service, I don't really care about it. But it's nice to speak. How you doing? You having a good day today? You know, acknowledge the person and stuff like that. You know, you never know how you can lift a person's day up. But back to what Pliers say, yeah, I've seen sometimes they be all over the white person, smiling up and down, and the black person come and a scowl.
What you niggas
the whole
want?
day done changed.
My whole, like I said, my thing is I'm not. Hey, as long as you do your job, I'm not. But if I blatantly see like he did, like you when she came up and you just all cheesy, and then when I come up and your shit went from smiling to frown, yeah, I'm gonna have an issue with that because you are clearly letting me know you don't even like to see my ass, and I ain't even said shit to you. Like, what we doing here? Like,
it's not just I mean, black people. It's everybody. Like, customer service just needs an improvement all around.
Well, if you look at it, Look, this is where politics it all intertwines. You look at the current administration, how he's shaking up the norms. He's challenging, breaking the Constitution, rules and stuff like that. So everybody else feel like they can do the same thing.
Being nice doesn't hurt anything. You know, like I say, you speaking, hello, how are you doing today? How can I help you? Stuff like that.
Our companies,
it's just basic.
I feel basic. Are people being taught that at home? Are companies teaching that as part of their training? You see what I'm saying? There's layers to this shit. You can't if a person's not being taught at home as a company, I can't assume that they understand customer service. So since I'm CEO of my company, I have to make sure I teach them basic customer service skills and teach them the importance of having it. Basically, if they call me and they fuck with my money, I'm fucking with your money. Simple as that. You feel what I'm saying? So you have to have that. You got companies hire people and they don't care or don't know that they have it. They automatically assume they have it because they passed their basic interview test or they needed people desperate enough and they burn their ass in. But I doubt that the average company is teaching customer service skills.
I agree with you on that. I think they're just hiring random people, expecting them to do their job adequately, and when they don't, you just replace them with somebody else.
Exactly.
The customer service field has lots of rotating positions, lots of people
definitely a revolving
eager
door.
to get their foot in the door.
And some businesses, depending on how big they are, they don't mind a revolving doors because it resets their payroll.
Interesting viewpoint. I'm going to go ahead and move on because my quarterback is in the news again.
Yeah.
Because his mama.
Overbearing mama.
It reminds me of that K-Solo track, Your Mom's in My Business.
She's in my business, your mom's in the business. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, so Jaden Daniels' mom has been in the news again this week for apparently, I guess, they got a photo of her eyeing as some girl is talking to Jaden.
Oh, it was a video too.
Yeah, there was video of it too. But Umar Johnson took time to kind of comment on how he feels about Jaden Daniels and his mom. I got that queued up.
I love Jaden Daniels' mom. Because her son is a multi-millionaire celebrity and athlete, one hell of a football player. I don't know if I've ever seen a rookie football player do what that young man has done. Tremendous athlete. A lot of people made a lot of talk about how she sat between him and Juju at that game and how she's always breaking up his conversations with women. I'm not completely against it. Because as we see with Shannon Sharp, as we see with so many others, that these snow bunnies are hunting black male celebrities. She can't afford her son to fall into that trap. Now, I haven't seen her with any snow bunnies. His mother seems like the type that she's not having that. I don't think she's going to tolerate the snow bunny crisis. And I do appreciate her letting these women know he got a mom in his life. So if you think you're going to take out a baby insurance policy on my son, it ain't gonna happen. Having said that, I will say this. As he gets older, she's gonna have to fall back a little bit. He's very young right now, but I think they probably need to have a conversation at some point where she starts to not be so publicly aggressive towards these women. And I mean, she's not disrespecting nobody, but she's going to have to develop enough trust in her son, Art, that he can navigate these social spaces on his own. And if he needs his mom to step into the equation, if you want me to meet one of these young women, if you're getting serious about one, you need to bring her to me. I think a lot of that, Art, can be done behind closed doors. So I don't have a problem with it right now because he's such a young man. But as he gets older, it's going to look like she's emasculating her son. He don't want that. She don't want that. So my position is right now, she good. Next 2-3 years, she good. But beyond that, I think mama got to fall back a little bit and let her son be a man. He got to grow up at some time. You're not always going to be there. Once in a while, he's going to want some Cinnabons. He's going to want some peach cobbler. You're not going to be able to stop him. Talk to him. Tell him what it's about. Be there for him. But you won't be able to always publicly separate him from women who are interested. You're going to have to let your son be a man eventually. But I love the sister. I love that brother. Keep doing what you're doing, King. He's another one of my favorites.
So that was Umar Johnson talking about Jaden Daniels and his mom, hoping Jaden avoids that snow bunny crisis infecting so many black athletes.
He already had that. Listen, man, he already had that in high school, college. He already had the snow bunny. So I don't know. Yeah, he did. Listen, as a former football player,
to LSU, right?
Yeah, he national Heisman Trophy winner. Yeah. He already got it.
You ever been to LSU?
I have never.
It don't matter. You play football, nigga. Campus. It don't matter. I don't care. I don't care what level you on.
Any school in the South,
it don't matter.
Sending you white girls,
right? Pretty much.
They sending you white girls,
right? They ain't sending them. They coming willingly.
Yeah, but they sending them too, though.
Shit.
The higher the recruit, the higher the white girl they're sending for.
Right. So again, he already done had that. That's the reason why she's superly on it now. Because we ain't heard nothing about her while he was in LSU. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I ain't heard shit about her until she got in the NFL, shit like that. So
because that real money came in down.
Right, because he
wasn't getting paid.
They wasn't getting paid. NIL, right when he came out, NIL wasn't even
we hit the jackpot.
He missed it.
Yeah, we get ready to get this money and we get ready to focus on what we got going on.
He was getting money under the table. You feel what I'm saying?
White girls under the table.
But right, exactly. So he already got it. She just on it now because nigga, you are the face of a franchise. You are the hottest ticket right now, and I know these bitches on you.
And
we ain't playing
Super Bowl.
We ain't playing.
We ain't going to get distracted with none of these.
Exactly.
None of
now,
these
again,
chicks,
I have no problem. Listen, I have no problem with it. Just make sure that it's not emasculating him. That's all. That's all.
That's what he said. Like, after time, you're gonna have to tell mom, look.
Back up.
Mom, look, I appreciate it.
I'll bring her here to meet you, and you can vet her. You feel what I'm saying? But don't get me wrong now. I'm gonna knock some buns now.
You done laid it down
you sitting
right.
out here getting hit and shit. You know what I'm saying? By these these other niggas hitting your ass, you gonna take it out on some pussy shit.
Maybe his mom is purposely cock blocking him, so he's forced to strengthen his right arm. And that nigga gonna come. He gonna come into the season throwing them goddamn Joe Milton passes, 90, 100 yard passes.
Look, don't be doing that, man. Hey, listen, bro. Listen, that nigga, he getting pussy, man. He been in the limelight like this. He been getting pussy. She just making sure that she protecting the bag, which I don't got no problem with it. Just like I said, just don't make it look like you emasculating him.
Yeah,
because that's counter parenting what you doing.
Because then it's like the chick got to fight with your mom,
right?
Because
exactly.
your mom's so much,
is mom my mom, or she's trying to be? I'm her financial boyfriend. You feel what I'm saying? And she ain't a bad looking woman. You know what I'm saying? She you would think she be.
That's why she knows all this shit, because she was a part of the groupie crowd. I'm telling you.
Okay, I got you.
She knows what it's about. And she
knows. Either she was it, or she got homegirls that was groupies.
Or she got one of them got Jay and Daniel daddy.
Yeah,
because you don't hear about him.
She knows all the thought blueprints and shit. She was around them type of women.
Well, she participated.
She's like, yo, that girl reminds me of my homegirls. Get away from her, Jaden.
Oh, that's some shit I used to do. Bitch, get the hell off of here.
Yeah.
Yo, game recognized game.
Yeah, but she everywhere.
I ain't like how she did Juju though. That's all I'm just saying.
Everybody gets that.
Nope. This is the reason why Juju is different, because Juju, she come from a 2-parent home. Mama and daddy's there. You feel what I'm saying? She is well rounded.
That don't mean she won't cheat on you.
I didn't say that, but for somebody to be a top end player like herself and getting the NIL money that she getting, you had to be super disciplined. You feel what I'm saying? You don't get that type of earnings being some undisciplined or some scandalous ass ways, because number one, you're a black athlete, you're a black woman athlete, so you already getting scrutinized at the door. So once you get that shit, you protect that at all costs. So now let's get back to what I was trying to say. We got a young lady, Juju Watkins. She got a mama and daddy. We got here Daniel. His mama's a single parent. We don't know, you know what I'm saying? So we got two different views right here. I'm going with the child who got mama and daddy, you know what I'm saying? She right up there. She, in my opinion, that's the perfect match, because she's disciplined just like you. But just like I said, just don't. Right now, it's cool.
Well, I hope your boy come to play next year. That's all I'm saying. I hope he come to play next year.
Yeah, we don't want to have no sophomore. We don't have no sophomore slumps.
I hope he comes to play next year. That's all I'm saying.
We don't have no sophomore slumps.
Oh no, that's not happening.
I would hate to see that.
I don't know, boy, because like I said, my team now, I don't know.
I've seen sophomore slumps happen to the best of them.
Yeah. I don't know, boy.
We don't have Shanahan coaching our squad again, so he ain't gonna
destroy
our rookie quarterback like RG3.
Goddamn, we're gonna crush his ass now. Goddamn, keep it up now. Cool. You saw what my Cowboys did.
Oh, here we
lose. What?
Been losing.
Man, stop playing. Listen, you know what? I'm gonna tell y'all some shit right now. The moves we done did in the draft.
Y'all done it before and ain't done nothing.
No. Sorry. We got a hungry ass Pickens
who
coming
running
to
the ball?
That's on his who?
Who running the ball?
Oh, we got 3 of them. My boy out at the blue.
If you got 3 of them, you ain't got one.
We got 3. You got 2.
You ain't got
Listen,
one.
you can't run. You think Saquon gonna have a run like he did last year, bro?
He might not, but it's still going to be good.
Then, so you gonna have multiple.
Tell me who running the ball for y'all.
Who's throwing the ball? Who's catching it? That's what I'm telling you.
Who running it?
Who's catching it?
That was your
Who's
problem
catching it?
this year.
We're going to run the ball. We're going to run the ball. Don't worry
running
about it.
it?
We got Blue out of Texas. You feel what I'm saying? We got who? What you talking about? That rookie a beast. You don't know nothing about the Big 12.
Okay.
No, he was in the
Ezekiel
SEC.
Elliott.
SEC.
Right.
Texas, didn't they beat Alabama and Georgia and shit like that? Yeah. Okay. So we ain't gonna do that.
Y'all do this hype train every
This ain't
year.
no hype train.
Yes, it
Listen,
is.
we got Pickens, bro. We got a hungry. Y'all laughing? You laughing? Any one of y'all would have had. Any one of y'all would want him on your
Y'all have had
squad.
Cooper. Y'all have had
We-
all these. I mean, come on, stop.
Oh yeah, what we talking about here, bro? We got a number. Of course, we got one of the best receivers in the league, and we got a number 2, and he hungry. This is his final year's contract. He gonna get that bread, bro. I'm telling you, Dak. Watch what I'm saying. We gonna knock both of y'all asses.
So you a Cowboys fan again?
I'm intern.
Okay.
I ain't come back in yet. I gotta let you know about week 4 and shit.
After we whoop upside their head again this year.
I ain't worried about it. Oh, and we can talk because, like I said, Dak back. You know what I'm saying? He was
how
hurt.
long?
He was
He's
gone for the
always hurt.
season. Now, what you
He's
mean?
injury prone.
All right, are y'all gonna win the Super Bowl again?
Again.
I'm gonna ask
Meaning
questions.
We just won it.
I'm just saying. Are you gonna do it again?
I'm
Oh, okay.
We're the
No, you're
odds
not.
on
You don't believe
favorite.
that. You don't believe that.
We're the odds on
You
favorite.
don't believe that.
Okay, well, let's keep it on football because Shador finally did, I guess, his first interview. Today was day 2 of rookie camp. And Shador was, from what I saw some clips online. He looked like he was doing his thing. The clips
He was
I
going
saw.
through drills. It
Yeah,
looked like he was going through drills.
I mean, I can't criticize it and say, oh, he did the drills horrible.
We aren't going to know anything until preseason, bro.
You are correct.
Like he was going through drills. He looked good. He had his steps right.
I mean, that's all you can judge off of. So you judge off what
Hey,
you
but
judge off.
he hype. He's one of the hype
no.
players. So that every little step he take, they gonna be on that shit.
No doubt, but we're not really going to be able to say anything.
Oh, I
until
got you.
preseason.
I
We're
know.
just he going to get in mini camp, those interceptions. We're going to be like, oh my God, the kid can't. And then
This 7-on-7 right now. They ain't doing shit.
we'll wait till preseason. But like I say, I got him being the backup behind Kenny Pickett.
I got him winning it.
So
I got him winning the starter.
Okay, so you think Shador's the backup? Hassan thinks Shador's the starter. That's interesting.
I'll say Shador 1, Pickett 2, and Daniels. He'll be 3. They'll end up cutting Flacco.
Yeah, and Deshaun,
he's on injury reserve, so
He's
they
just
can't,
getting paid.
They can't do nothing to him.
He just getting
They
money.
can't cut him until he gets completely healthy.
Yeah, and Shador said 99% of the hatred directed towards him is towards his pops. He said he's just his son, and it just comes from that. So he believes all the criticism and hatred he's been facing is because of his father and who his father is.
It's not all Dion. Shador plays kind of a part in it.
How he plays a part in the hatred?
All he did was wear jewelry.
Right. What did he do?
He got his little celebration on that, and not saying it's wrong. I'm just saying there are people who will not like you because you do certain things. It's not all because of your dad. You played kind of a part in it too. Not saying you're right or wrong, but you're asking where it comes from. It comes from some people who just don't like to see you.
It's because you know what? I agree with. It does because of Dion. Because if anybody know football, right? Anybody who followed Dion, he's always been flashy and gaunted. You feel what I'm saying? But the problem is he can back the shit up. So the problem what's going on right now, you hear Dion always saying, God, love you, God. He ended, and started off with God. So you can't really attack him per se because that means you going at a Christian brother. And look at the people that attempted to go at him, former football players and shit like that. What'd he do?
Carter.
Yes, what'd he do? Start off with God, in the middle with God, excuse me, and end with God. So who's the next in line? His son.
I see it as they're both getting ready to embark on completely new chapters in their lives.
Of course.
They've been together for the past 6,
No, he been
forever.
coaching since high school.
Deion get ready to coach the Buffs with a new quarterback. First time coaching a quarterback. You know, Shador's off to Cleveland to be the starting quarterback for the Cleveland Browns. Yep. This is getting ready to be interesting because both of them have stories that we're going to be interested in.
I mean, we so you're right. You are true. What you're saying is correct because one, we have never seen a Hall of Famer son come in the league, blazing the league, basically in a whole new position, and he's carrying on a name. And on top of that, they're black. Let's keep that in mind. They're black. See, this is what people failing to miss. When Deion came into coaching, college, right? It was a big uproar. He couldn't do it. You know what I'm saying? He shouldn't even be able to coach. Blah blah blah. Y'all, people don't keep up with track with this. Went to Jackson State, handled his business. You feel what I'm saying? They was hating on him in Jackson State. When he got the job at Colorado, same bullshit. He can't do it. He ain't going to win nothing. He going to fail. The doubters was there. When he brung Travis Hunter, because Travis Hunter came in the league, he flipped him from Florida State. He was number 1 in the country. Deion stole him from his alma mater.
Oh, that's another story.
Right, and people was hating on that shit. So the fact that he brung Travis Hunter and his son with him to Colorado, they said they couldn't do that shit. He won more games in his first season than they won in over 20 damn years. Then the second year they come back in, he's winning double that. And on top of that, they was in the top 15, almost bowl eligibility to get in the playoffs. They won all across the board. They shut down the haters.
They're going to have us watching Tennessee Titans games this year and Cleveland Brown games.
Yeah, exactly.
That is amazing.
Exactly.
That is amazing.
Exactly. And Colorado Buffalo games because with people not understanding, he got an all-star Hall of Famer coaching staff. If you want to know from the best, come to the best.
When's the last time you heard somebody say, what time the Titans game?
Yeah,
right. Or a Cleveland game.
And we next to Tennessee and we don't hear that.
Right, exactly. Or what about the guy there? What about, we already was on Buffalo, Colorado Buffalo. We really going to be locked in now. Because like I said, the thing about it is, they're hating on him. They hate on his father. Number one, he got a Hall of Famer running backs coach, Marshall Faulks. He got a Hall of Famer defensive tackle and what's my man name? Warren Sapp. You feel what I'm saying? You got the all-time leading Hall of Famer cornerback, motherfucking Deion Sanders. Like, nigga, if you want to learn from the best Hall of Famers, this is where you come.
Can I say this? I think that this is the first time I can remember where the number 1 draft choice, Cam Ward, has it kind of easy because all eyes aren't going to be on him.
No, it's not. It's going to be on Shador.
Cam Ward can go into camp
exactly.
and do whatever.
Exactly. He's the most under the radar number 1 pick in NFL history. We ain't even talking about him. It's Shador.
We probably check Jackson Dart out first, like before we get to Cam Ward. Like
look, that motherfucker. Look, I'm glad you brought that up because I'm here to report that if we all know if things go well, they have an all right season, whatever the case may be. They already talking about he needs a year to sit down and learn.
Oh, so they pulling that shit now.
Yes.
But the Giants.
I'm sitting here. Wait.
For the Giants, right?
Yes.
He was sitting anyway.
No.
And Jameis
No.
We'll start over one of them.
When you got a coach and a GM that's fighting for their jobs, you feel what I'm saying? It's all in him.
I think his job's hands are in Russell's. Like, I'm putting my faith in Russell. I'm not putting my faith in Jackson.
Understand that, but
that's how I know I'm getting fired.
I got you, but understand that though. But with the trend going on in NFL, i.e., Commanders, you got a rookie quarterback, first rounder, even though he was number 1 and this was 25. The point is, he's on a rookie deal. If he plays well enough to where he can start, you can sit there and build a fucking all-star around his team to win and compete.
Because who was Jaden Daniels fighting for the starting position for?
It was his.
It was his.
Okay. Jackson Dart is going to be fighting with Russell Wilson and Jameis Winston.
I get what you're saying, but
if Jackson Dart sees that field this year, in my perspective, that means that
they're losing.
The Bulls getting
they're
fired.
losing.
Yeah, that means it's a wrap.
Right. So, but the thing about it, but that's not the trend of what the NFL has been going on the last decade. If you are a first round pick, whether it's from 1 to 20, 32, the point is, if you are a first round pick and you're good enough to get on that field, you better be on that field, because if you play well, and even if you have a 500 season, let alone a winning season, you can build the team around the fucking player to where you could damn near put a championship team together based because you got a lightning in a bottle. That's all I'm just saying. But the problem is they're saying he might have to sit down a year. But if we have they ain't say if for some reason the season ain't going well, he might have to hit that field. But if you already saying that he might have to sit down for a year, I'm like, they just didn't want that Shador there pressure.
I'm under the ilk that most first-year quarterbacks need to sit at least 1 year. Like, I'm still of that ilk. Like, you had your breakout quarterbacks, Jaden, my boy from the Texans, but most of the time it don't really pan out like that when you come off like that. Like, usually a year sitting behind. I wish they would have did that to Bryce. I wish they would have started the Red Rifle that year. And let Andy Dalton get called. Let Bryce get the experience watching and with the clipboard instead of sending him out there knowing that there's nobody out there that can help him.
That's true, but it was deeper than that.
Let Dalton run for his life. Why am I putting this dude that I put all this money into?
But he would, for all the picks they gave up to get his ass, he better get his ass on the field. The point is, you switched up the damn coaching staff on his ass every other year. You brought Frank Reich was in there. He ain't last with one fucking season. When you have an ambitious over the top owner that won't sit down and mind his damn business, i.e. Jerry Jones, and let the people that you hire to do the fucking job, you feel what I'm saying? Then you gonna fuck up. Only difference is Jerry Jones, he's smart enough to make fucking money. This motherfucker dumb enough here, Carolina, Tepper from the Carolina parent, he dumb as hell. He's getting in the way. So the fact of the matter is, he won't let the people do their job. They gave up hella picks. The last pick, when he got picked, 2 years ago, number 1? Chicago got the last pick out of that trade this year. You feel what I'm saying? That's how many picks they gave up. He could not sit. The question was, it was deeper than him. It was because of that girl that he was fucking with that left his ass and fucked with Tyrese Maxey. He was fucked up in the head. And after he got her ass out of the system for a couple months, you saw how he got back on the damn field. That nigga was playing like a number one overall draft pick. And they got look what they did this year. They got weapons for his ass. Yeah,
we gonna see. Carolina don't ever really impress me. I'll be surprised if the Panthers be good, to be honest. I'd be like, oh shit, they won that many games this year. Like,
I mean, like I said,
ever since Cam left, shit just ain't been the same.
If Tepper just stay the fuck out of the way and let their people do their jobs, they'll be all right.
Yeah, hopefully so. Cool. Well, let's move off of football because the NBA is tonight and tomorrow. And
last night.
Yeah, last night.
I want to start with this one. Look, Can we start with the Celtics and Knicks series?
Sure.
This is what I want to say. Is it a good series or are the Knicks getting lucky? Because every game the Knicks are down by 20. Every game the Knicks
Boston's reliance on the 3-point shot.
Exactly.
Not hitting.
It's like so when you're right. So glad you brought. It's not luck, because the thing about it is, anytime you have a team that's supposedly overly matched another team and their style of play is not, because how you doing in a regular season is different versus when you get in the damn series, and it's just showing that. So you're sitting here shooting hella threes, even though the team that you're supposed to be blowing out, right, you're giving them more possessions to get caught up. So we all know 20 points in the NBA isn't
like you said, you are blowing them out, and then you let them right back in the game.
But can we say 20 points is actually blowout? Blowout has to be like 30 plus. Like how OKC ran Denver ass out the other night. It was like 141 to like 93 some type of shit.
20
that, you know what I'm saying?
might not
if
be
20
blowout.
points in the NBA is not a blowout, you can track somebody. All you need is about 3 stops and a couple of threes and an and one.
Well, New York up in the series 2-1, but
They
they've
got
been
blown
down
out.
20 every game. Every game they've been down 20.
Well,
they just happened to win the first 2.
The point is, they stayed close. You kept them close.
Are you wavering on are you still going with the Celtics?
I ain't never picked them.
You took New York?
I took New York.
Okay.
I picked the Celtics, and I think as long as the Celtics are on,
I'm still running with the Celtics. I'm still running with the Celtics.
I'm with New York because, like I said,
they just got a
from Jersey.
They just got a tougher road to hoe now. But
that's all.
I
don't see them getting Celtics beating them 4 straight.
You don't have to.
Yeah,
it's a 2-1 series.
I know. So right now,
I can see the winning 3 more games.
New York need 2 games. Celtics need 3 games.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't see the Celtics winning 3 straight games.
Nah, but they'll win tomorrow. Or
If
today.
they get the Game 7 in Boston, I can't go against the Celtics. If it goes to Game 7 in Boston, I got the Celtics.
Okay.
The Knicks cannot go back to Boston for a Game 7.
You're right.
Okay.
That's gonna be tough.
Well, I was shocked at the Pacers because I did not think.
I'm sticking with the Pacers. I'm sticking with the Pacers.
No,
I think Cleveland's got them.
Cleveland got them because you saw what happened when they got all 3 players that was hurt that didn't play. Yeah. They're a total different team. And the fact of the matter is the injuries, like Garland, he had a toe.
Yeah.
I can understand the wing player, he had got a thumb injury.
Donovan?
No. Donovan was playing. Mobley, he had an ankle injury because when he came down, he stepped on somebody's foot. So that was different. And then the other one, Johnson, they traded for from the Hawks. I think his last name Johnson. I could be incorrect.
Who on Cleveland?
Yes, he had his Hunter. He had an injured thumb. So the injuries kept him out, but we saw what happened when all 3 of them played. They blew the fuck at Indiana. On top of that, thumped their asses. They're a different mob.
Yeah, so I still think Cleveland's going to pull it off.
I'm still pulling with Indy. I like.
So now we got 2 series.
I like what the hell he burnt.
We got 2 series.
2-1.
That's 2-1, and we got y'all picking Boston
And
to come
both
back.
the underdogs are
right,
up.
and you picking Boston to come back, and I'm picking Cleveland to come back.
I'm picking Indy and Boston. I think Boston's gonna. Like I say, you just can't keep going down 20 every game and coming back. Like it's not going to happen. And the Knicks haven't shown me yet like we can beat the Celtics like just from tip off to the end of the buzzer.
Right.
So we'll see.
True. Okay, well, on the West Coast.
We got, again, OKC, man. They had their chance to win. They sit here.
They down 2-1?
Yeah, they down
2-1.
2-1. They let look.
Tomorrow, 3:30.
Aaron Gordon is the most valuable player of that series. He's the most valuable player of the team in the fucking playoff because in the Clippers series with his tap in, where it caused them to win, that changed the dynamic of the series. And even in this series, he had a game-winning 3 that they went up. They won and stole a game in OKC, and then the other night, OKC showing in the stretch when they're not getting calls. You know what I'm saying? They can't play through it. Denver is coming back, capitalizing off of it. And now people gonna be like, we got a team that's won it versus a team who hasn't won it. But Denver, Aaron Gordon, he's that MVP.
I think he's super underrated for some reason.
Yeah.
I think because he won the dunk contest, we just think of him as he doesn't get the love like he deserves. Aaron Gordon's a baller.
Yeah, he is. That motherfucker be spraying them threes, bro. He's
a baller.
Yeah, he done switch his game up to where he not only he go down and bang with you and shit like that, and he can still get up and smash on you, But he's spraying them threes. He's shooting like about 40%.
I think winning the dunk contest might have been like the worst thing for him because it's like you just think he's a dunker, but he's not.
Right, because usually people who win a dunk contest, what they got? They dunks. That's it.
Except for Kobe, and that was really it.
Yeah.
Like
Kobe and Michael
stopped participating.
Yeah.
Right, Kobe and Michael.
We just swear Aaron Gordon's a dunker, but he's all around. Like you say, he's the
Matter of
MVP
fact,
for Denver.
Matter of fact,
besides Jokic.
If we wanted, who was the last one superstar to ever get in the dunk contest? Kobe, right?
Dwight.
Right.
Okay,
Dwight
might have been the last
Right,
real
because
superstar.
real
superstar dunker.
right.
But no,
I don't even like.
now it's Gordon. It's Gordon. We're going to give Gordon that.
You got to
now.
give
Gordon ain't a superstar.
I think Gordon's a superstar. I think
I
think with the right team where he's a focal point.
I was as a top.
Right now,
okay,
I think he's a superstar.
Right, exactly, because his
I
whole.
think he's Robert Horry.
No, I'm not doing that. No, I'm not doing that. Robert Horry was a specialist. He's first of all, you gotta get Aaron Gordon his love, like you said.
I think Aaron Gordon
he's not just he can bang down low. He can get you a double, but he's shooting them threes.
Like you say, he throwing them threes up. Like he's better than Robert Horry. I ain't going to do that.
He done saved Denver 2 times in 2 different series with his timely shots. You cannot leave that nigga open.
And how many rings he got?
1
with
the Nuggets.
Yeah, like so.
So the key to these teams also we were missing is Denver. If they don't win the championship, they got a major decision where they're gonna keep that team together or not. They're gonna break it up. As well as Boston. If Boston doesn't win the championship this year, the new ownership that's coming in and with the NBA league done changed how they teams can be able to keep these teams together. They got extra taxes they're gonna pay. They might not pay for that shit, so that means somebody they're gonna bust these teams up.
One thing I noticed too is Shea be on the line a lot. Shea be on the line,
right? But he wasn't hit. They wasn't hit. They wasn't hit.
Like Harden?
Yeah, Shea be on the line.
Because you know how to draw them fouls.
You know how to draw them fouls. He got a silky smooth game. His game is like it just flow. You know what I'm saying? So when that flow ain't going right like how that shit jagged like that, then he ain't getting the shots. The shots ain't falling. I think he shot under 40% the other night.
So who's winning the series?
I still going with OKC.
OKC.
Because them boys
keep pulling off the
right. Exactly. Their Denver is literally fighting for their fucking life.
Isn't Denver up 2-1?
Yeah.
I'm going with Denver, and the reason why, another reason, because it's the championship pedigree. They know about those games.
I'm just looking at how the games play. Them boys long. I mean, like I said, they're working through. They're just working through the inexperienced part. But they can light fire. All they gotta do. I believe they're gonna win tomorrow. They're gonna tie it 2-2. When they go back to OKC, it's over with.
You're saying if Denver gets put out, if OKC gets put out, I think they got to make some changes.
Actually, they don't.
Nah,
they good. They still young. They drafted.
But you need a player to get you over that.
Well, they not break. They're not break.
You
you know, this.
You need a player to get you over the hump.
I got you.
That's
but
what I'm saying.
That's
so
what they bring veterans in. That's when Caruso he wanted to chill with the Lakers.
No.
Yeah, what you mean?
Caruso isn't the player to get you over the hump.
What you?
In my opinion,
He's a win. He's okay. Well, let me give you a little backdrop, my man. He is a 2-way player. You feel what I'm saying? And he plays the wing. You know what I'm saying? So he's a championship player. So it was him. And who else they bringing in? Another veteran. So they got veterans that's playing prominent roles. They just, they gotta push through that shit.
If you get put out, you need somebody to get you over the hump. We know what you can.
Let me tell you why they got so many goddamn picks. They're like they ain't gotta do shit. They got everybody picked.
Trade some of them motherfuckers and get you one of them.
Look, this nigga got picks. This nigga got picks damn near 10 years out.
You and the Celtics hoarding up all these damn picks and shit like that.
Them niggas they got OKC got a farm full of picks.
So them
San Antonio. them like the two teams. They got hordes of fucking first round draft picks.
That's why you just don't understand the NBA. NBA teams be sitting on 200 picks and shit like
They like,
that.
man, fuck that shit. Look, hell yeah.
Yeah, they got a pick stack.
And look, you got teams like fucking Phoenix. They ain't got none.
Yeah.
Them niggas ain't got none for like 10
Phoenix
years.
just sold
All they
themselves
shit is
short
gone.
for them old ass bets. Okay, I want to discuss the final series with the Timberwolves and Golden State because the Timberwolves won tonight.
They up
2-1 Golden State or 2-1
I'm really
Minnesota?
relaxed because I thought
2-1 Minnesota.
I thought the Wolves would dog walk Golden State each and every game, but it looks like the veteran presence. But Curry's injured.
And I told you, Jimmy buckets, playoff Jimmy.
Jimmy good for a game
Look,
or two.
this nigga took Miami to the finals two times by himself.
Good for a game or two.
Yeah, right, but he also had a second player that was Bam Adebayo, and Bam Adebayo and Draymond Green aren't the same player.
True. I mean, Draymond on the tail end of his shit, you know what I'm saying? I mean, he still was in top 3 discussion for defensive player of the year, so we can't even cap on Draymond now.
Yeah, but now it's
Steph is
hurt.
hurt. That hamstring. So again, it's like now Jimmy he gonna have to be the clear aggressor because Jimmy was playing the facilitator. You feel what I'm saying? That's what he was doing. Now he gonna have to be the number one. And Buddy Hield was getting all them wide open shots, and now that Steph is out. He's getting that defense that Steph would be getting.
Don't trust it. But
Kaminga gonna have to do something. He's the wild card of shit. But you know, all they gotta do is win one game because they're not saying what they're saying is Steph won't probably be back game 6.
I don't think Kaminga has the confidence that he's like they don't play him like they're supposed to.
He did good. I ain't seen him play tonight, but the other night he did good coming off the bench and stuff. He gave him a spark. They was down by 20, and when he came in, they got it all the way down to 6 before Minnesota blew it back open.
Mm-hmm. I did hear one thing about for the Pistons and Phoenix. I heard Phoenix might get rid of Bradley Beal and send the
can't get rid. You can't get rid of Bradley Beal. He got no.
Bradley has to agree to it.
I think that would be a great situation for Bradley Beal.
I think so too.
Him and Cade Cunningham. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, but the thing about it is, it has to be a situation meaning he's getting traded and they ain't probably giving him some money to do that.
Yeah.
Because he's only one of 2 players in the league, in the NBA right now that has a no trade clause. Him and LeBron. Him and LeBron.
This is my thing. If I'm Bradley Beal, I'm the third option. Because KD first and Booker second.
Really, it should be Booker first since he's younger.
Well, okay, but regardless.
How you getting Cade Cunningham in that shit?
You say what?
Where Cade Cunningham?
We're talking about Phoenix.
I'm talking about Phoenix. I'm saying with Bradley Beal, KD is first.
KD gone.
Yeah, KD.
They got it. They're going to trade him because that's the only asset that they got to where they can get some draft capital and some young players. So they're keeping Booker. They going high over here. They literally be.
Boy, look here. KD name getting ready to get drugged through the mud for real. He leave Phoenix and they going to drag.
I mean, in this case,
that whole team failed.
Yeah, right, exactly.
No, but I'm just saying now it is kind of KD fault because
and you fired 3 coaches, 3 of them
in Phoenix.
Yes, 3.
So,
they paying 3 coaches.
The name KD had when you left Golden State.
Another damn owner that don't know how to stay out of the goddamn business.
You were the man, quote unquote, when you left Golden State. I'm going to Jersey.
Mm-hmm.
Got to Jersey, ain't really do nothing. Okay, boom. Now you get to Phoenix, you ain't make the playoffs this year.
Again, we gotta go with history. We gotta go with people temperament. Have this always been KD's style of play and his temperament? His temperament, how he does business with his team. He's not an alpha on his team. Where he gonna always say, "I just want to come and play ball." So if you expecting him to be vocal or see him out loud, the closer we saw his ass be vocal when him and
Draymond.
Him and the coach got in it on the sideline during before the regular season because they had a miscommunication on the Budenholzer. Him and Budenholzer got into a confrontation. Yeah, that's the first time I seen KD was openly like that type, environment. He don't do that amongst other players because he ain't an alpha. So that's the knock on him. Everywhere he go, I just want to play ball.
Well, I just
want to play ball. That's his line.
I think his legacy definitely takes a hit.
Repeat that. I just want to play ball.
I think his legacy definitely takes a hit. And
Of
the
course.
more he keeps playing, and you say he's not this alpha, but we keep thinking like, bro, you got to get at least one more.
Yeah.
You got to
right.
get one more.
You're right. But when you have another example of an overzealous owner who doesn't know how to stay the fuck out of the way. The only reason why JJ can't get knocked because the team is one of the richest American sports team of all time. He's making money. These other two motherfuckers, they're not making money. They're losing. I just said Phoenix. They was the San Antonios and the motherfucking OKC. They drafted well. They had draft picks. They gave that shit up between KD and fucking Bradley Beal. Gone.
Can I say this? Okay, we held KD really high,
And they got a hellified damn GM down
What position would you give him? 4? Like
Yeah, right now, 4.
No, on the court you play him as a 4. He'd be a 4.
Yeah, he's a 4.
Stretch 4.
Stretch 4. 4
Right
or 2.
now, they were saying
4 or 3.
They were saying that KD was better than Bird. I'm rescinding that. Like, no, he's not. Right now, no.
Bird had way more.
Bird was more dependable, and
because of the temperament.
The
temperament.
So KD has to fall back.
If you won a championship, you know what it feels like to win it, and you the most valuable player in the championship. You supposed to have that alpha, like, look, nigga, let's go, let's get the fuck on, we gotta go.
Like I said, when you
wasn't him.
When you went to Jersey and you had Harden and
Kyrie,
y'all were supposed to
that nigga. Hey, one thing I can say between him, Westbrook, and fucking Harden, them niggas, they had fucking all-time 75 players playing with each other, and for him. Well, only with KD he got a title. Harden don't have one, and Westbrook don't have one.
Harden's getting ready to beat
Kyrie,
the Game 7.
he got one.
Harden's getting ready to be the Game 7 choker all time. Like, he's earned this name.
Right.
He's earned this. Like,
regular season, he a beast, and when they get in the playoffs, crunch time, that nigga Mr. Invisible. I know it feels like somebody's watching me.
This is Westbrook's time to get his ring, because if he doesn't get it with the Nuggets,
it's
he's not
over.
going to get one.
They gonna bust that team up. I told you, Denver and Boston. If they don't win they don't get to the finals or win the championship, the ownership has a tough decision make. If they keep their teams intact, they're gonna be a second tier tax repeater. They gonna get hit. They gotta pay out money.
Do we still look at Harden the same way?
No. I mean, I don't think our opinion of him has changed.
Right.
He was already known for not getting it done in Game 7.
Is he so? Because I heard like he possibly could be better than Wade. I don't think
No.
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
If you ain't win no chip, I don't want to talk.
Yeah.
Okay.
We can't even talk.
And D-Wade got 3.
A lot of these people's legacies are now being determined on.
And see, this is why
D-Wade is behind Kobe.
And this is why OGs have a problem with the YNs, because they like y'all niggas getting y'all shine based off of
Kobe.
What's that? What we doing?
Kobe, D-Wade.
Yeah.
I would put him behind actually. I put him behind Iverson.
What?
Nah.
What we doing?
Harden.
He's putting shooting guards in order, and he's saying D-Wade is
3.
I'm saying D-Wade
I'm
is
saying
3.
he's 3 too.
But you said Iverson is better.
No, I'm saying I'm putting Harden behind Iverson.
Oh.
I'm putting Iverson.
So what's your 5? What's your 5 shooting guards?
Mike, Kobe, D-Wade, Iverson, Harden.
Harden wouldn't even make my top 5.
Right.
You wouldn't put him in 5?
Nah.
Oh, okay.
Nah, he disappoints me.
Well,
way
I'm
too
gonna
much.
flip that
He's
because I'm
definitely
Kobe, so I'm Kobe, Mike, Kobe,
I
Mike,
put Clay over Harden.
right? Kobe, Mike,
Clay?
Kobe, Mike, Clay.
I mean, there's somebody I would put in Clay.
Rings.
Yeah, you gotta give rings. I need some rings
just Clay
value.
don't buck under. Well, I mean, he has had some.
That's after he had 2 injuries, but
Yeah.
before the 2 injuries, Clay, Splash Brothers, Clay, yeah, he's 3.
You got him high. You got him overweight.
Nah.
Golden State won. Golden State won 4.
Wade.
Yeah, that's how I'd have him.
That's my
like Wade is 3.
Yeah.
Then I'll say Clay, but I'm going to go Iverson just because of the Philly thing. But I wouldn't argue with Clay.
Okay, I'm glad. Thank you.
I wouldn't argue with Clay though.
I'm about to say I thought rings was.
And I'm trying to go through twos that were.
They ain't a great deal. I mean,
not like
Drexler, what? Jerry West.
What? Drexler was a beast.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. But, I mean, there ain't a great deal of shooting guards that I would put.
Well, and then you talking about different generations.
Yeah,
because
Reggie
all day.
Yeah, I'm just saying, Harden slipped so bad he just fell out of the top 10.
He's not even top 10.
Yeah, he's not top 10.
He's trailing. He's treading top 15.
Okay, so we did get off track. Minnesota, Golden State.
I like Minnesota still.
If Steph don't come back,
it's
over.
a wrap. So
if Steph don't come back, they're done. Yeah,
I'm still choosing Minnesota with Steph.
Even if he comes back, I still think
playing injured.
Right.
I don't think he's going to be at his best.
Nope.
So I'm pulling for the Wolves. So it'll be Wolves and who? What?
Nuggets.
OKC.
Yeah, I still got OKC winning that series. Because like I said, the Nuggets seem like they're fighting for that shit.
Yeah. So I got Wolves and OKC on the West, and I got Boston and Cleveland on the East.
And it's going to be Cleveland. It's either Cleveland.
Boston plays like they playing against Cleveland.
Yeah, it's Cleveland, and I can see Cleveland, Minnesota if you want to be frank.
Like I said, if New York keep going down by 20 every game, they're not going to win that series.
I'll feel you. Cool. Well, you got any other topics to cover?
That's it.
Well, it was a good 2 hours and 49 minutes, one of our longest shows. We thank everybody who's still with us at the moment. Make sure you like, subscribe, share, tell a friend about us. We're at 5,000 now, so of course we'll be aiming towards that 10,000.
That 10K mark. We need
so
y'all.
make sure y'all definitely, if you're watching this, make sure to subscribe so we can get those counts up. But thank y'all for tuning in.
Tell